Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Let me get Jet. Welcome, Jet.
Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Okay.
Welcome.
I'll reiterate. What the hell is this?
What isn't this is a better question. Hi,
I probably
everyone.
know everything that's on that fucking board already.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Also, this is my murder board, but it's also my murder board because all the tacks, I don't know if you can see that, all the tacks are sticking out of the back because it's a cheap-ass board. So it's very dangerous for me right now. Anyways. Okay. How many hours of sleep have I gotten since last stream? I don't think that really matters. So anyways, let me say hi to everyone first. Let me put this down. Just need to do my great intro about my murderous board. Can you play Dance of Deduction Sherlock side music? I sure can. Give me 1 second. Hi, Abby. Hey. Hi, Grace. Taya, Uvula, Bacon Fish, MJ Magicish, Luca, glad you could make it. Animus Nani, thank you for coming. Welcome, Gebe, Intellectual Fan, Lesbian Miku, Typhra, Cotton, hi, welcome. Welcome to this. Kanchi Chris, Ramen RM. I could just say ramen, but I instinctively read the whole thing. And then I don't know if I'm missing anyone. I'm sorry if I am. Anyways, hello to everyone. Oh, Kirsten C555, first time chat. Hello, welcome. Hello and welcome. Okay, let me get the Dance of Deduction music. Jet, are you ready for what's about to happen? Actually, let me get that on Spotify just so I don't get
I mean, even if I say no.
It won't matter to me. God damn it, Spotify. Okay, can someone send me a link so that I can open it in an incognito browser? And then we can get started on my theorizing before we actually get started on the video game. Okay. Oh, astronaut, welcome. Okay, so... Okay, where do we begin? So let's start with my... Can you watch Tony while I go smoke? I don't need adult supervision. Anyways, okay, so I'm just realizing this is all backwards for you guys, but it'll help for me. Okay, so let's start with, oh God, what I think is gonna happen in this next case that we're gonna do. So that case, this next case is called the Memoirs of the Clouded Kokoro. Yes. Oh, Grace, thank you. Oh God. Yeah, I'm gonna put my mods through the gauntlet. Oh, I don't want to pause Asogi's theme. Okay, whatever. I'm putting my mods through the gauntlet. Because they're gonna have to delete all these fucking spoilers. Okay, oh, that's really loud. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this really, it helps the mood a lot. Okay, let's loop this. Okay, so, nobody confirm or deny anything I'm saying, okay? Nobody just fucking nobody say a word, okay? So this next case is called the Memoirs of the Clouded Kokoro, right? So the Clouded Kokoro, as we know, is Soseki's first case that he was in, where he was prosecuted by... Ow, fuck, it already happened. Barak Van Zieks, who might have tuberculosis. We don't know. And so, as we know, everyone who is prosecuted by Barak Van Zieks either gets a guilty verdict or is mysteriously affected by the Curse of the Reaper. Who fucking knows what that is? So, coming back to Soseki. you can't even see him. Soseki. So in Japan, after this case won, Soseki comes to Susato and says, I know, oh, hey, Brandon, welcome back. I'm doing insane ramblings before we actually start the video game. So we know that Soseki gets prosecuted by Barack Van Zieks. And that what happened in this whatever after, like the second case he was involved in, which is the one after his case where he was prosecuted by Barack, has something to do with why Yujin brought Susato back from London. And so it's got to be something that's, one, a government secret, two, very dangerous, because we know that he thought she would be in danger, and Yujin works in foreign affairs. So, this music is making me feel a lot. But okay, so, and then Soseki also says, and I have this on a little sticky note. Oh God, no, it fell. Fuck me. I have this on a little sticky note. It says, told by Sholmes not to reveal what happened in London, and my time in London was cursed in orange text. What else do we know that's a curse? The Curse of the Reaper. So I think whatever happened in the Hounds of the Baskervilles, which is the account of what Soseki went through, because this is, we can't talk about this, and then we can't, oh, and then also Susato confirmed that it was Hounds of the Baskervilles after Soseki went to tell her what happened. She was like, oh, right, what happened in that horrible case, the Hounds of the Baskervilles. And we also know that Iris wrote Hounds of the Baskervilles based on an account from John H. Wilson. And so I think what happened is that Iris read the original account of whatever happened in Hounds of the Baskervilles. Whatever happened in Hounds of the Baskervilles. Oh God, I'm frozen. Hold on, I'm frozen. Why am I still frozen? No. Am I unfrozen? I'm unfrozen. Okay, so whatever happened in the Hounds of the Baskervilles is an account. Iris made a combined account of John Wilson's original account and what Herlock told her about Soseki's case post Reaper trial. And so I'm saying post Reaper trial, it had to have been that the Reaper's curse came after him, right? So, but he's not allowed to talk about this. And but for some reason, Iris knows about what happened, so I'm thinking that Sholmes in his insane ramblings told Iris everything that happened with Soseki's case, but then Iris, having put together what happened in John Wilson's original account, made the connection between Soseki's account and John Wilson's account. And that being what we can't talk about means that the Curse of the Reaper is some kind of government secret. And so, moving over here, who do we know? Oh my God, my plant almost fell. Who do we know that represents the government, right? Who do we know so far that represents the government that hasn't really been part of the game so far? Father Time, Lord Strongheart. So I have here. See, this part, Brad was a huge help in because. No, yeah, I went out and bought this. It was very cheap. Brad helped me with this because Brad was like, "Oh, well, what's Strongheart's relationship with Barack? Had they ever spoken to each other?" I went, "Well, no, but there was that one time when Gregson wanted to use the music box discs, or sorry, when Barack wanted to use the music box discs as evidence in Gina's trial, and Tobias Gregson was like, actually, Lord Strongheart doesn't want us to use those because there's government secrets on it. So, can we just like not?" And then Barack's answer was basically like, "Well, Lord Strongheart isn't here now, is he? and neither is the fictional book character Sherlock Holmes. And so God, shit is falling off of this. Okay, so I'm thinking Barack and Lord Strongheart, don't have a very good relationship. Or at least Barack Van Zieks doesn't like him. And so, don't laugh at my Barack voice. And so, I think, and okay, in regards to Barack Van Zieks, he's very like I don't see him as the antagonist here. Like, he prosecutes in court, he does his job, but he is not actively setting traps. He's not actively trying to get Ryu to fuck up because he just wants a guilty verdict no matter what, you know? So I don't know. I feel like he is searching for answers somewhere else, which is supported by the fact that he stopped prosecuting 5 years prior to the events of the game for whatever reason. I'm guessing it has to do with the betrayal, so that he stopped prosecuting, and he comes back specifically for Magnus McGilded's trial. And everyone's like, "Oh, I'm surprised. I'm surprised, Lord Van Zieks, because you prosecute the worst of the worst, and yet you're back here for this innocuous sort of just like run-of-the-mill murder trial? What's going on?" And he's like, don't fucking talk to me. Don't ask me about anything. Don't talk to me. I have tuberculosis. I'm gonna die soon. Don't talk to me. So, and Jet and I argued over this, because Jet's like, well, he knew that he was going to be facing off against either a Sogi or another like Japanese person.
He literally, okay, no, I'm telling you straight up that you're wrong about this, because he was set to prosecute that case before knowing Ryu was even going to be there.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Exactly. So he couldn't have been going after Ryu or Asogi, who he thought he was going to go up against or whatever. Like, he didn't know that. So he had to have been going against Magnus McGilded. Why else would he come back after 5 years? I'm fucking saying
that they knew that Asogi was going to come defend that case because that he was already set up. Otherwise, Barack Van Zieks had no reason to fucking come out of retirement. They knew they were gonna put a fucking Asian man on the stand.
No, that's what I'm saying. He didn't know because Ryu got assigned to that case 15 minutes before he got there. So what other reason would he have? What other reason would he have to come back at this seemingly random trial? He was very, very, very certain that Magnus McGilded was guilty despite everyone else in the courtroom believing otherwise. And what was Magnus McGilded after? The music box disc of government secrets. And now I need to go back and fact check this, but I seem to remember Barack Van Zieks wanting to question Magnus McGilded after his trial, and that's when the omnibus got set on fire by Mr. Ashley Graydon, who I don't really know if he comes into this more. But, okay, so what else do I have on here? Oh, yes, okay. So, he's looking for answers and shit, right? So, I think he knows there's something deeper going on, but he doesn't know what it is. And who assigns all the prosecutors to their cases? Who has control over both the prosecutors and the police?
Sherlock Holmes.
The fictional book character, Lord Strongheart. And so I think, and Brad thinks this too, so I'm not crazy, that Lord Strongheart is playing a little game of chess, and Barack Van Zieks is his queen. Grace, shut up. No, that doesn't come into this. Fuck up.
Oh God, Grace, please. No, it's brought up now. You have to say it. You have to say it.
You know what? Okay, I've connected Lord Strong. I'll say it in a little bit. I'll connect it to that in a little bit, okay?
Okay.
I promise. So I think that he's playing a little game of chess, and he is moving shit around with, like, using Barack Van Zieks as his, like, I don't know, what's his queen piece? I guess that's the most useful chess piece. like, you know. So, and he is also using, by extension, because Magnus McGilda didn't die from the Reaper's Curse. He died because Ashley Graydon killed him. And, sorry. No, never mind, okay. So, I think that Barack Van Zieks is not directly connected to the Reaper's Curse. Silly rabbit. So I don't think Barack knows what the Reaper's Curse actually is. I think that it is a thing connected to him by Strongheart to use as a contingency plan, as a contingency plan. So whoever he wants gone, he can assign Barack Van Zieks to that case, and they will either be found guilty, or if they're not found guilty, they mysteriously disappear. And the Reaper's Curse is his scapegoat and his scare tactic. What does he need a scare tactic for? I don't know yet, but we're gonna find out. So he needs this Reaper's Curse. And the Reaper's Curse, not the Reaper's Curse. The Hounds of the Baskervilles, we know, involves something that no one's allowed to fucking talk about. It involves some kind of secret, but it's not an obvious one, because otherwise Iris, girl genius, would have put it together. Don't rub your temples. Iris would have put it together, and so would Susato, who read The Hounds of the Baskervilles. Neither of them saw any cause for concern or alarm. And so this has to be something that only people who knew would be able to reveal, or something that it's not apparently obvious, but if it gets out, it's gonna cause a lot of trouble for either the British government, the Japanese government, or both. So he wants whatever happened in this fucking thing covered up at all costs. Because that's his Reaper's Curse. He can't let that's his thing. He needs that. For scare tactics, question mark. We still don't know. We've played one case. So let's talk about the Hounds of the Baskervilles. How many screenshots of your deductions can I take? You may take many if you like. This will likely change. This is an ever-changing, ever-evolving board. I left a space here because I know we have some missing pieces related to the Hounds of the Baskervilles. And so, okay, so Yujin. This is where Yujin comes in, because Yujin heard Soseki's account of what happened. So the first case, either Soseki is a god or could kill God, and I do not care if there is a difference. No, okay. So Soseki comes back to Japan, right? He gives his account of what happened in the Clouded Kokoro. And then he also gives his account of what happened afterwards, because he specifies to Susato that the Clouded Kokoro is the first case that he was in. And Susato says, oh yes, the second case you were in, the Hounds of the Baskervilles. The one we don't know. Can I hang this behind me while I'm playing? I don't know if I can. Maybe if I put like a nail in the wall or something, but I don't know. So, where was I? Oh, okay, so Soseki gives his account. Then he comes to Susato. He comes to Susato and says, I know why your father wanted you to come back. It's because of what happened. He seemed particularly interested in the account of the second incident that I was involved in, which is the Hounds of the Baskervilles. So Yujin knows whatever this government secret is. He knows. And he is also, Mamemomi also said, I know you had a hand in that visiting student's death. I wrote down the quote right here. I know you had a hand in that visiting student, I know you had a hand in what went on, in that visiting student's fate. Nobody in Japan knows that he never made it to England, that he died on that steamship, that he'll never, and then he gets thrown by Seishiro, who knows, oh shit, okay, oops. Who knows that Yujin, he knows that information that Mamemomi was saying. So, my mug is not full of Red Bull. So he knows that Yujin had a hand in whatever happened to Asogi. So he knows visiting student's fate. So he knows that Yujin had a hand in him dying and wherever his fucking body ended up. And so that, I'm assuming that means that Yujin is either hiding Asogi's death, and nobody in Japan knows what's going on. So Yujin is either hiding Asogi's death. Oh, sorry, codename Bass. Thank you for following. Thank you for following this. So Yujin is either hiding Asogi's death from all of Japan or from the Japanese government. Who's to say? And Yujin was the one pushing for Asogi to go to London. He was trying to convince the government to let him go. And when Ryu was when Asogi first took Ryu's case, Yujin was like, I need you to answer yes to the question they ask in there, which is, will you defend yourself? Because he could not risk Asogi losing Ryu's trial because of whatever government shenanigans and Asogi not being able to go to London. Why? Walk with me. So Asogi and Yujin have some kind of connection here. They're not mentor and student because Yujin is a professor of medicine and Asogi is obviously a law student. So they have some other connection outside of that. The wizard cat, thank you for following. So they have some other connection outside of that. I've written here a plan. I don't know if it's a socialism plan or what, but we do know that Yujin also studied in London for a time, so it's possible that he knows exactly what's going on in London with Lord Strongheart. And so, ow, fuck, again. So these two, oh shit. No, where was this? I think it was on Mame Mommy. Whatever, fuck. So Yujin probably knows whatever's fucking going on with Lord Strongheart, and that's where it comes in that they're gonna kiss on the lips. No, I'm kidding. Jet asked me either Brad asked me what my favorite.
It was Brad.
It was Brad asked me what I think the secret love triangles are, and I had already made that like Yujin Lord Strongheart connection, and I was like, I don't know. Yujin and Lord Strongheart, and Jet, you reacted so viscerally that I think
because that's my dilf! That's my dilf, and you're gonna make him kiss Father Time?
I don't know, it's just a theory. It makes me think that you ship the dilf with someone else. So, where was I again?
I don't even ship the dilf at all. He's literally just there.
So Yujin and Asogi have some kind of plan that they're going to do. So, and Asogi needs to be able to go to London. And what was I doing? Oh no, I lost my thought. Shit. Oh, right. Yeah, so Asogi, we still don't know what his mission that he wanted to do in London is, because he never got to tell Ryu before he fucking croaked. So whatever, like, Ryu thinks that the mission in London, Ryu, beloved simpleton Ryu, he's like, oh yes, the mission in London is that I have to go become a great lawyer and change Japan's legal system, just like Cosmo wanted. And I think that he did want that. I think Asogi did want that, but I think there was a deeper mission there. And Ryu, in not knowing anything that's going on, that lack of knowledge protects him, because no one's gonna come after him if he doesn't know shit. He's just there as an innocent, innocuous, I'm not fucking wrong. Get a spotlight and spin around. I don't have enough room. Fuck. Okay, so mission that we don't know about that Ryu has to figure out. So we, at some point, have to come back to Asogi and see, like, some kind of flashback with him and Yujin and see what they were fucking going on about, because they had something going on under the surface. And so, and that is the other thing. So I don't know. Okay, he says, Mame Mommy says, I know you had a hand in what went on in that visiting student's fate. Nobody in Japan knows that he never made it to England, that he died on that steamship. So is Yujin covering up Asogi's death from like the public or the government? And is he hiding his body? Is he hiding his body somewhere? We know that he has that headstone, and it could be buried there, but how the fuck, this is the other thing, how the fuck is he gonna hide an entire ass headstone from, I'm repeating the quotes again, I know. And okay, see, that's the other thing. How far did that reporter go to get that info? I had a sticky note on here that fell off that was like, where's his source? Where's my memo's source? But so in regards to Asogi's body, how the hell are you gonna hide an entire headstone and a body from his parents? Like, I know I said this before, but I was working off the assumption that Asogi's body had been, when they stopped in Hong Kong, that it would be sent back to his parents. However, no one fucking knows anything, and no one's asking after him. So I think, Susato, if she and Asogi were close, she would have gone back. When she came back, she would have gone to visit his parents and offered her condolences. And if they didn't know, that means she's blown the lid off this whole thing inadvertently, in like by accident, without even knowing. So unless he doesn't have any fucking parents to tell, and that way it's extremely easy to hide. I don't think that he has. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, okay, so he lives in the dorms at Yume. It's possible that his parents live in like a countryside or something, and they just like haven't been able to I don't know. But it doesn't make sense that the headstone would be close enough to Yume for Susato to go visit, but far enough away that she wouldn't go see his parents and talk to them. So that also got me thinking, what is karma? What is this family heirloom? And why wouldn't, if it's a family heirloom, I don't personally have any family heirlooms, so like, I'm not extremely, like, I don't know if you pass them on when you're dead or you pass them on when you feel like it, but it's very strange to me that Asogi just has karma, and it's not with, like, it's been passed down to him already at the tender age of 23. So, and also, Asogi is very insistent that a man's soul is in his sword. And so I think that is an indication that him always, like, keeping Karuma beside him and always keeping it with him, that connects him to a family that he no longer knows, or that he lost a long time ago. And that's the one thing he's holding on to. So I said 33 by accident, okay? So I think potentially it's very possible that he's an orphan. But that's not really, or is it important? I don't know. And you know what? What's gonna be more interesting for a lawyer soap opera, huh? What's gonna be more interesting, that his family lives in the countryside, or that he's an orphan going out to avenge his parents' death or something? All right. What else did I say? Oh yes, I think Giselle Brett is an assassin sent by Strongheart to kill John H. Wilson, because John H. Wilson wrote that initial account of what happened in the Hounds of the Baskervilles, and so he knows the secret. He knows what's happening, and so Lord Strongheart is like, I gotta go kill him, because he and Eugen, that's the thing, Eugen invited him to Japan. So if Eugen and he both left, that means that Eugen could have been, Eugen also knows the secret, so they could have been protecting themselves by going to Japan and getting out of the clutches of Lord Strongheart and the Reaper's Curse. I think the Reaper's Curse could be hired assassins. Jet laughed at me when I said that, it could also be black magic, who knows. So yeah, I think she was sent as an assassin, and she was very confident that she would not be prosecuted, or that she would not be considered a criminal. She would go off scot-free when tried in a British court in Shanghai. So I think it's very possible that she, and we never got a reason for why she killed him. So I think that is the reason. I figured it out. Oh my God, they know I know. Yes, okay, and the other reason why I think that the Hounds of the Baskervilles is related to the Reaper's Curse is because it happens after Soseki's trial, and Barack Van Zieks also prosecutes her, and after the trial, Herlock goes out of his way to say, "Are you not worried about the Reaper's Curse?" Giving the indication that he knows that the Reaper's Curse is once again active. I think that's all I kind of wanted to go over. Oh yeah, and then also Hosonaga was sent to protect Asogi on the steamship. Protect him from fucking what? Huh? Protect him from what? Why does he need protection on a steamship if he's just a student going to visit London?
Well, I have an answer for that. It's because the exchange in itself was a very important thing, because Japan and Britain are finishing up their negotiations, like their peace treaties they're signing and stuff. Right. So like, as a means of like the way that they treated Giselle Brett very nicely, you know, they extend the same courtesy. No, it's because they extended the same courtesy. She was a visiting person from the country they're trying to like be buddy with.
But Hosonaga was not sent by Britain. That's not a courtesy on their part.
Well, like it's the matter. Like, I guess you're right.
Yeah. So, also, okay. Sorry. Speaking of the steamship, this is the last thing, because then I gotta get going on the game. Herlock. Why the fuck was Herlock Sholmes on that steamship? He said something about like, oh, I just finished a case in Russia about some stolen jewels, and I don't fucking believe that for a second. And we also have I don't even have him on the board. We have that Russian revolutionary that showed up in the last case. I'm frozen again. I hate my fucking computer. Oh, sorry, Brandon. The Sherlock Holmes connection he's literally just the guy. It's literally just Sherlock Holmes, but they couldn't call him Sherlock because of copyright, so they call him Herlock Sholmes. So yeah, I think that's all I can go over at this point. Does that all make sense?
No. Put the board down.
Okay, I'm putting the board down. Oh, it's weird being upright again. I was lying down.
Take a drink of water because you did speak a lot. You're gonna give yourself a headache.
I sure did. Oh, thank you for looking out for me.
Yeah, someone has to.
Okay, the dance of deduction music has stopped. Anyways, so welcome everyone. I'm a little bit sweaty now. I am normal. You are so normal. You are so incredibly normal. Let's be very normal about this. Let's get into this and let's be extremely normal. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I wasn't able to read chat a whole lot. That was 20 straight minutes. It was. It sure was. Okay. I'll be rude. Oh, okay. Goodbye, Cotton. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you for sticking around for the mad theorizing. Have a good night. Have fun. Okay. Thank you, Mac. At least someone appreciates it. Okay. Now let's get into the video game. Let's start playing and let's start seeing me be right. Let's watch everything I've just predicted come to pass.
I can't wait for you to be so disappointed.
Okay, let us continue. I mean, I didn't tell Instagram what was going on, but whatever. I didn't even say I was live. Whatever, who cares? Whatever, doesn't matter. It doesn't, all that matters.
The people who watch are gonna be here anyway.
True. All right. Episode 2, The Memoir memoirs of the clouded Kokoro.
It was a ghastly tale of a winter's night. One of an invisible killer and a crime perpetrated on the pavement along Briar Road.
Wasn't she chunkier?
As the victim lay at death's door, the mystery of just who had stabbed the young lady from behind had been resolved. But no sooner had my friend saved that Eastern exchange student from his harrowing plight.
Grace, I'm
in the
gonna
dim,
kill you.
flickering shadows of gaslight, did a second bizarre crime rend the stillness of that very night.
Okay, it's the same night.
I dare say most can still recall the sensational headlines of the day. Haunted apartment of death, the condemned criminal's curse, the dread demon of coal gas. Yet, though the great detective had at once discerned the truth upon his arrival at the scene, it only proved to be the overture that announced the rising of the curtain on a most tragic play.
Interesting. Aw, Kristen C., thank you very much. Okay. We're back to Ryu. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a fledgling lawyer, just starting out on my journey. 6 months ago, I arrived as a visiting student of law. Having made the long voyage across the sea from the Empire of Japan to here, London, England. And on the way, in quite extraordinary circumstances, I made the acquaintance of a world-famous detective. Currently, I reside in the attic of the detective's own lodgings, from where I run my legal my legal consultancy of sorts. I've successfully defended a number of clients in Britain's highest court, the Old Bailey. But since a particularly grueling and unforgettable legal battle 4 months ago now, I haven't returned to the courtroom. In truth, I lost my right to return. What does that mean? But that epic trial was just one small part of an epic tale. A tale which was now about to awaken from slumber. Thanks to a letter that arrived this morning from my homeland, from Susato? Oh, he's hungry. What a delicious smell wafting up the stairs. It must be nearly time for breakfast. I better go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite and say good morning to the great detective and his flatmate. See, this is fucking me up because I thought this was gonna flash us back to what happened with Soseki, but maybe it'll still do that. 30th of August, 7:28 a.m. Sholmes' suite.
Oh, Runo, good. I was just about to call to you. I was just about to call up to you. The bacon's ready.
Good morning, Iris. It smells delicious as usual. Before we eat, though, I have some news. I had a surprise this morning.
Shh, not another word, Mr. Naruto. This could be just the abstruse thing for my pre-breakfast stagnation repelling mental stimulation, my dear fellow.
Morning to you too, Mr. Sholmes.
Ah, yes, I see. So that's it.
I was waiting for that. God, Jet sends me the screen cap all the fucking time. It's... I was not expecting it to go like... Dung, dung, dung. God, get away from me. Get away from me.
No, if you're cold, he's cold. Let him in.
Block him out.
The truth is as clear to me as day. My faculties of observation have revealed it again.
What are you talking about?
You, Mr. Naruhodo, you have this very morning met with a surprise. Well, is that not the case? Really, my dear fellow, it barely warrants explanation. Firstly, your hair is particularly unkempt, somewhat reminiscent of a bird's nest. Secondly, you have neglected to fasten the third button of your jacket.
He just woke up.
Clearly, when considered together, these two facts point to you having been flustered this morning.
Can I talk now?
But of course, though I don't look for admiration, you understand.
My hair always looks like this. It's been this way since I first met you.
Oh, it has.
And the button was ripped off last night, if you remember. By you.
Hurley pulled your button off?
Yes, I recall the incident now. It was after supper, was it not? As the evening advanced, I picked up my violin and began to play the wailing notes of a haunting tune. But then, to my utter dismay, the third string snapped. Why did it have to happen? Why? Little wonder then that in my vexation I grabbed the first button I saw and ripped it from its proper place.
Well, I'd like it back now, please. It's troubling me that I can't fasten my jacket.
And it's troubling me that you expect me to know where it is. Somewhere thereabouts on the floor, one presumes.
Helpful.
What matters at the present time, my dear fellow, is simply whether or not my deduction was unerring.
But Hurley, Bruno said it when he came in, didn't he? I had a surprise this morning.
Well, that really is a surprise.
Yes, this man is the pride of the British Empire. The famous consulting detective, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. There can't be a single person in the world who doesn't know his name. Even though you didn't know it before you came here, but okay.
Alright then, enough of this silly conversation. Come and eat this bacon before it goes cold. And I have a new herbal tea for you to try too. My latest special blend.
Oh, bye, Brandon. Thank you. I hope I'm right about everything too. And here we have Iris Wilson, Mr. Sholmes' lodger and companion. His lodger? This flat is under her name. A truly exceptional young girl who's the author of a highly successful serialization here in London. Yes, The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, as published in Rance magazine.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, won't you put us out of our misery?
I'd
What
love
surprised
to.
you this fine morning?
Ah, well, I received a letter from Japan.
Oh, from Susie, you mean? Was it really?
That's right, and she had some rather startling news, in fact.
Ah, intriguing indeed.
Sorry. I think there's some kind of salty taste on the edge of, only in that one spot. Weird.
You must tell us all about it over breakfast.
Oh yes, what fun!
What am I drinking? It's tea. It's not Red Bull. Oops, not good. Oh, wait, I can examine things. Wait, what should I examine in here? I always forget to examine things in here. Also, I always forget to present my badge. My badge I got from my boyfriend. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, about this.
Shh, not another word. Ah, yes, I see. This would be a collar for a breed of miniature canine with a particularly long neck, and for winter use.
Actually, it's the armband I always wear that symbolizes my role as a defense lawyer.
Precisely, which leads us to but one conclusion. Your arm is in fact the particularly long neck of a miniature canine.
I'm starting to wish I'd never shown him this now. The man's barking mad. hate you. This is the letter that arrived from Japan this morning by international post.
Oh, how lovely! Look at Susie's beautiful writing. I wish I could read it.
And how's your judicial assistant faring, may I ask?
She's very well, thank you. In fact, according to what she's written, she actually appeared as a lawyer at the Japanese Supreme Court and won a case.
Huh? Really? Oh, isn't she wonderful?
A cut above your good self, my dear fellow.
Agreed. I've won cases too, you know. Apparently, Mr. Natsume appeared in the trial as a witness.
Natsume. No, I don't recall that name.
Of course you do. We helped the man. Twice. Okay, so he did help. Twice.
I love that band. I love that group.
Right?
Fancy? You.
I've got the feels. You've got the feels? The feels?
Absolutely.
You know, in those 2 cases that took place on Briar Road 6 months ago?
Ah, the mustache twitchy man with the somewhat feline eyes and the mustache?
He didn't have 2 mustaches, Early.
Yes, who could forget those 2 cases? They made a very deep impression on me. Although I must confess, the details are a little hazy now.
A very deep impression they made on you, clearly. What is the startling news?
So, what was this startling news penned by Mr. Sato?
Do you remember the case of the haunted lodgings, Mr. Sholmes?
Ah, yes. It's very interesting, you know. I don't feel entirely uncertain that a case of that nature did not occur.
I don't feel entirely uncertain that a case of that nature did not. You know what? Fuck you. He's totally forgotten then. Anyway, in her letter, Mrs. Sato asked that we read over her case notes again and investigate further.
Though it took place half a year ago. For what purpose?
Because of something that Mr. Natsume said to her, apparently. He suggested that the real reason why she was called back to Japan so suddenly might have something to do with that case of the haunted lodgings.
Oh.
On Mr. Natsume's return to Japan, Mrs. Sato's father questioned him about the case, she says. And something Mr. Natsume said appeared to trouble Professor Mikotoba, prompting him to send that telegram.
Oh, that case, yes. It was very strange, wasn't it?
Yes. Tell me how strange it is!
And I had compiled the whole story into a nice, neat manuscript ready for publication, too. But then Hurley here was all funny about it, remember? He was very mean. That story must not be published, you said. Very mysteriously as well.
Really? I said that? Are you sure?
Do you perhaps know something about it as well, Mr. Sholmes? About why Miss Susato was suddenly told 4 months ago that she had to return to Japan?
It's been 4 months now since we waved Susie off at Dover. It was such a shock, wasn't it? The way she just suddenly announced that she had to go back to Japan.
Indeed it was, due to a telegram she received from her homeland, I believe.
That's right, telling her to return urgently.
Yes, because her father had passed away.
No. It just said he was suffering from a high fever, the cause of which was unknown. He's not dead. But according to this letter, that news about her father's fever was just a ruse. Thank you, Teo.
A ruse? So Susie's daddy lied to her so that she'd... So Susie's daddy lied to her so that she'd make the voyage back home? Why would he do that?
I have to admit, I have absolutely no idea. Tony seems to think he was dead in the first case. You know what? I don't have to take this. But she believes it's almost certainly related to the case of the haunted lodgings. Tell me what happened. Summoning her back to Japan so suddenly like that. I wonder what Miss Susato's father is hiding. Me too.
Hurley, do you know what it's all about?
All right, quick change. Are you dead? Oh no. Have I died? Have you died? Chet? Hello? Oh dear. Chet can hear me. I cannot hear you. Interesting. Do you want to hang up and Hannah. Jet Nori. Would you you should try hanging up. I can't believe this is how her Luxshums dies.
Hello.
There you are.
There you
Wait,
are,
can you hear
Hurley.
me? Wait, can you speak again?
Hello?
Okay.
Okay.
See you.
Okay.
All right.
Plush Pella would never kill me. That's my son.
Yeah, Benry made his way over. He wanted to see
that
his
little
brother.
fucker wishes. Okay. Well, who can say?
What? But you said...
Please, I have engagements, my dear fellow. My calendar is quite...
You went a little robot-y? A little...
Yeah.
Wait.
Hold on.
Sorry, talk again?
Hello?
Okay, you're good now.
What the fuck?
Okay, I think you're fine.
Please, I have engagements, my dear fellow. My calendar is quite surprisingly full today. And a stringent analysis of the matter would be excessive, I feel, even if I were quite at leisure. So, man the fault in my absence, won't you, Iris?
I will, Hurley. Don't worry. See you later.
I thought he was patting her head. I was so excited. He scuttled off rather quickly there. I think perhaps Professor Mikotaba isn't the only person hiding something here. Soseki-san was involved in 2 cases, but only one of them was forbidden from being published. By, of all people, Mr. Sholmes.
Aha! I found them at last.
Iris, are they...
The notes about the case? That's right. Susie and I compiled them together. The case of the haunted lodgings. Do you want to read them, Runo?
Absolutely. Thank you, Iris. Ooh! Song? I have no idea what secrets could still be hiding in the shadows of this case. I do. But perhaps if I read over the notes again, something might come to light.
That's the spirit.
And so, Iris and I decided to read over the case notes again together. Everything from what happened to our investigation and that fierce battle in court that followed. Reliving every detail, I just need to find a clue, and I have all the time in the world. Because, of course, I'm no longer allowed to...
Remember what happened in the last game?
Oh, he revealed government secrets.
And he said, I'm prepared to take whatever... not only that, but also he got McGilded off.
He got McGilded off, but that's not just I don't think he should be blamed for that. He was just defending him.
Yeah,
but they're thinking that he organized for Gina to do that.
Well, because it was not only because Gina had to, at the end of the case, we learned that Gina had to go to jail because of perjury.
Yes.
And of all the shit that happened with Gilded, and Ryu was like, well, I defended the man. I educated that word.
Adjudicated?
Hit. Yeah, whatever. And got him off and stuff.
Right.
And then all that stuff came to light. So that means that he was, they assumed that he was in on it or lying or whatever. And they're like, okay, well, you're going to be punished for that. And he's like, that's okay because we're going to find the truth in this case now.
Right, okay. So getting disbarred is a family trait. Gotcha. I'm no longer allowed to practice law in the courts of Great Britain. Very interesting.
Roman, shut up. You know what I meant.
He got me killed it off. So you think I can't get you off? It was 6 months ago. A mysterious incident that unfolded on the wintry streets of London. A young woman was found lying on the snowy pavement of Briar Road with a knife in her back. Fortunately, her life was spared, but she was unconscious for several days following the incident. The fog was thick, and nobody saw her attacker, but by a cruel twist of fate, a visiting Japanese student was walking behind her at the time and was duly arrested. That man was Soseki-san, and the man who effected his arrest was Mr. Sholmes.
Game's frozen?
No, I was frozen for a second. My fucking computer. Believing in our compatriot's innocence, Susato-san and I decided to represent Soseki-san in court. And, after a grueling trial of many twists and turns, we finally managed... I can't say the word managed in a sentence. We finally managed to prove his innocence.
Joyful, joyous, jubilant jubilation
Was the man's reaction after the trial, but his jubilant jubilation was short-lived. We received a telegram from Mr. Sholmes the following morning. The victim of the Briar Road stabbing has regained consciousness. Hurry to Bart's at once. So, Susato-san and I summoned a hansom and headed immediately to the hospital. Oh, there's a little rat. Why is he sniffing? 21st of February, 5:30 a.m. St. Bartholomew's Hospital, recovery ward. Hi.
There you are at last.
Good morning, Mr. Sholmes.
I think not.
Oh,
You're late. What on earth took you so long?
your telegram only arrived at 5 o'clock, Mr. Sholmes, and it's a 20-minute ride to the hospital.
That's right, and it's 5:30 now. I think we made very good time.
The victim is utterly irrelevant. The fact is, I have been waiting for what felt like an eternity.
Huh.
In point of fact, I myself awoken at 4 this morning by telegram boy. And feeling it was somewhat unjust that I alone had been roused at such an hour, I sent one to you.
Well, thanks for that. Oh, sorry, by 5, when Susato says the telegram arrived at 5, you mean it arrived at 5 in the morning. Okay.
Anyway, you're here now, so the victim is over there. She's only just regained consciousness. You should introduce yourselves, and I shall observe from here.
So that's the lady who was found on the snow-covered pavement with a knife in her back.
Her name is... yes, here we are. Miss Green.
Okay. What is all this stuff? What's up with you? Why are you here? Why are you animated?
Eek! A mouse, Mr. Naruhodo! An enormous mouse!
Vermin in a hospital? That doesn't seem the best.
But it looks like a very healthy specimen, doesn't it? It's very plump.
I'm not sure we can say that's down to the excellence of this facility, if that's what you were thinking. Okay. Let's just... Can't rats be animated? I don't know. The important things in here seem to be animated. Why is it animated so well? Or not well, but like, it's in the forefront. Good morning. Should I do her voice or should you?
It doesn't matter. Your choice.
Okay, I can do her. Hello. I'm, Ryunosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan.
Hanu! Was it your knife that... Are you the man who...
No. I'm a lawyer.
And I'm Susato Mikotoba. Pleased to meet you. Hanu! Was it your knife then? Are you the one? No. I assure you, I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. We heard that you'd regained consciousness and wanted to come give you our best wishes. Best wishes? For me? Thank you. I'm Olive Green. I'm an artist. Well, no, that's not right, is it? What I mean is, I'm trying to be an artist.
You can't take the aspiring out of your vocabulary. You're not an aspiring artist, you are an artist. There's no aspiring about it.
Well, what I really mean is, I desperately want to be an artist. But the truth is, I don't have any talent. I know I don't. It's no wonder I was stabbed in the back.
I don't think that's related, actually.
Gosh, this young woman seems to bend over backwards to put herself down.
Seeing as we're here, we should ask her about what happened from her perspective, I suppose. To suddenly be struck in the back by a blade as you were walking along the pavement, what a terrible experience you had, Miss Green.
It was so cold that day, and the fog was so thick, I couldn't see a thing. That was 4 days ago now, I think. Is that right? Yes, that's right. I'm afraid you've been comatose all that time. But the case has been solved, hasn't it? While I've been here in hospital, I mean.
Indeed it has, my dear madam, spectacularly by none other than I, Sherlock Holmes.
Mr. Sholmes, as you well know, it was Mr. Naruhodo's hard work in court that solved that case.
Are you yet to hear what happened, Miss Green?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A gentleman from the police force is supposed to be coming in to fill me in shortly. Oh, I see. Me coming round seems to have made everyone frantically busy. I'm so sorry. I should never have regained consciousness. It was selfish of me.
God.
Oh no! We're all so relieved that you're on the mend, Miss Green. Really, we are.
With that kind of attitude, maybe her surname should be Blue, not Green. So, you're an artist, are you, Miss Green?
Oh no, I couldn't possibly claim that. I'm a fledgling artist at best. I mean, I'm a student of art, really, at the Thorndyke Academy of Fine Arts. Oh my, an Academy of Fine Arts. Great Britain is such a wonderful country.
Tell me, Miss Green, do you live hereabouts?
No, actually, I don't deserve it, but I have a little flat on Brixton Road.
I see. How very interesting.
You are getting like a tiny bit robot, but only at the beginning of your words.
Wait, I don't know how to fix it.
It's like, it's not that noticeable, but it is happening, and I know you're probably gonna like hear it back and be like, oh, why didn't you say anything?
Yeah. I don't know. Unless you want to give me a second to fix it.
Yeah, you
Or
can have a
attempt to
second.
fix it.
Yeah, you can have a second to try and fix it. So this is interesting. This is not what I was expecting. That's not what, sorry, that's not what my murder board predicted that this case would be, about. I mean, I guess we have yet to, kind of get into this and get into what happened with the second part. But it's not.
Check.
Try again.
Hello?
Okay, it seems to be gone.
Okay. So
Okay.
you can hear me normally.
I can hear you normally.
Okay.
Cool. How could the murder board be wrong? Right, Grace? I think it has to be right, and we just haven't gotten to the part where it is.
Or maybe you're delusional.
Me? Delusional? You think I'm delusional?
Yes.
You think
Yes.
I'm delusional?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I've seen how you
Who's-
play this game.
Who's the one that predicted the forbidden love affair between Mr. Strongheart and Mr. Eugene Kotoba?
You predicted it, yes,
Who's the
but I
one?
don't see how it's a prediction considering we haven't seen it come to fruition yet.
It will. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm the one that predicted that, and when it happens, you guys are gonna eat your words.
Well, I can't wait. Words are my favorite meal after fettuccine alfredo. Like,
Are you just saying that because we were talking about fettuccine alfredo last night? Do you just love the fettuccine alfredo at Olive Garden?
only if I'm hungover and stressed out.
That's fair. Okay.
And I love spending exuberant amount of money for no reason.
You really do. But that's okay, because I do too. We're gonna have fun.
Yeah,
we're gonna have fun together.
You got to see Herlock Sholmes dancing last night. You got to see
I
Herlock
did.
Sholmes doing caramel dancing.
I did.
And Asogi as well with his broken hands.
Yep, that was great. Yeah, we're gonna be really bad for each other's spending habits. Okay.
I know. Is it?
Brixton is some 10 stops away on the underground from here. And Thorndyke Academy is a mere 3-minute walk from Brixton downtown center.
Does that matter, Mr. Sholmes?
Perhaps not, but Briar Road is a far less salubrious part of town by comparison, dwelt in those of inferior means. Including the maleficent Mr. Mustache.
Inferior means? I suppose Soseki-san does fit the bill.
The bitch is poor, is what I meant to say. It struck me as somewhat out of the ordinary for a young fine arts student to be walking in such a district. That's all.
What's this? She suddenly clammed up.
Mr. Sholmes, you should be ashamed of yourself, prying into a young maiden's private affairs.
Oh dear me, do forgive me.
If you don't mind. I'm being discharged shortly, so I need to pack up my things.
Oh, yes, of course. We won't keep you. Thank you so much, Miss Green. Okay. Oops, no, that's not what I want. Oh, this looks like the patient's treatment notes. Let's see. Rio? Do not feed. Oh. What is this place, a zoo?
You know, I seem to remember seeing an almost identical sign in our local park.
For the pigeons, yes. This is a person. Poor woman, I hope she hasn't read this. He is a nosy bitch, it's true. This rounded wooden figure isn't the most charming, is it?
I don't think that's a decoration, Mr. Naruhodo. It's an artist's mannequin, I believe, used when practicing sketching the human form in different poses.
Really? It's not exactly what you'd call a typical figure for that purpose, though, is it? Guys?
No, I suppose not. I confess I've never seen one quite so full-figured before.
Well, if you want to draw a full-figured person, it's the right tool for the job. Oh, there's stuff over here. Look, there's a photograph in this frame here. Oh, who is this?
Oh, yes. It's a picture of a young gentleman.
He looks to be about the same age as Miss Green, I would say. Perhaps the young woman's special someone, do you think?
My, Mr. Naruhodo. I didn't know you had a sense for matters of the heart.
Not in the least. I sincerely said the first thing I thought of. And that makes you good at matters of the heart. Is there a narrow fodder here? Mr. Narrow Fodder! Narrow fodder now? Well, if you're looking for Naruhodo, the lawyer, that's me, but... Mr. Narrow Fodder, good. This is for you. It's a message from Mr. Saucy Nutsbag. Mr. Natsume? Sent a message to me?
But why would a policeman be delivering a message from Mr. Natsume?
Exactly. What's going on? What's a Scotland Yard constable doing playing delivery boy at this time in the morning?
Ah, what are you waiting for? Let me see that.
Ryu is not the only nosy bitch here. Oh! It's in Japanese, you can't read it.
Well, this is most unexpected.
Is something wrong, Mr. Sholmes?
Is something wrong, Mr. Sholmes? He says. Have you not seen this note?
No, how could I have?
It would seem that London's criminals have no intention of letting the great detective rest. A new case calls. A case of murder, no less. We must depart at once.
Murder?
Call a cab. Time is of the essence.
But the trouble is, we've yet to read Mr. Natsume's note. I was thinking we ought to pay him a visit. I was thinking we ought to pay him a visit in his lodgings once we did.
That will be entirely convenient.
Convenient? What do you mean?
It's all here in the note, my dear fellows. You would know if you read it. The murder we must investigate took place at the Mr. Mustache's lodgings.
Wait, what? How do you
Fiacre?
Fiacre? I don't know.
I'll hail a fiacre at once.
It was only yesterday. God! It was only yesterday that Soseki-san was in court and we were dispelling doubts about his innocence. And now, the very next day, there's a murder at the man's own address? He may very well be the unluckiest man alive. Or so it seemed to us at the time. But we were soon to discover it was worse than we thought. The Reaper's Curse. 21st February, 7:18 AM. This is at Seabay's Lodges, ground floor. Wait, isn't this the guy? Oh, this is the guy that we saw him arguing with someone in front of Natsume's house in the first game. Did we not? What on earth?
Oh my! The gentleman is deceased. Without question, he's dead.
La la la, welcome student Mrs. Naruhodo Esquire.
You poor guy. Mr. Natsume.
Oh, why? Why is this happening? Why to me? I only just got out of court yesterday. I was finally home after 2 days of misery. And then I wake up the next day to this. No early bird should catch a worm like this. Woeful worm without wiggle. I see you at high spirits again this morning, Mr. Mustache. Ah, not the horrible hair-locked Sholmes.
Mr. Natsume is no good, very bad week.
Shoo! Shove off! Shove yourself the door! I never invited you!
Mr. Sholmes came here with us. I'm quite sure he'll be able to help you out, Mr. Natsume.
I'm entirely at your disposal, Mr. Mustache. What can I do for you?
Oh, hey, what's up?
Here they are, already. Busybodies. Oh, Inspector Gregson. What a pleasant surprise. Pleasant, is it? Give me the heartburn every time I see your face at a crime scene, Sholmes. Ha! I deduce, Inspector, that your heartburn is a result of your excessive consumption of fried food.
Good morning, Inspector.
This is a crime scene. Don't you go touching anything.
Or good morning to you too, Sunshine. Dun, 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 dun. What is this? Okay. This guy an actor?
Boy, I said hands off. You're gonna mess up my crime scene.
Oh, no, I just wanted to look, that's all.
No chance. I know you're kind. You'll mess it up just by looking at it.
Do you do any voice acting work? Is this just a thing you do for the streams? I started streaming because I wanted to practice voice acting, because it is something that I might like to do. I don't know. I enjoy voice acting just as a thing, and so I'm kind of like, I could like make a demo reel or whatever, but then I was like, I don't practice it enough to make a demo reel, and then streaming and whatever. So to answer your question, I might. Who's to say? I'm in a free project right now, but I may have to drop that just because I'm so busy with actual work. Anyways. Someone's in a bad mood.
There's certainly some bad air in here, isn't there?
Alright, it sounds like I'd better talk to the inspector first and try to curry some favor. Yoo-hoo, Inspector. Cooey. I have some of Iris's special blend. So, Inspector, what was the victim's name? Who was he?
Mr. William Shakespeare. He was a lodger here.
Is this a Herlock Sholmes thing and that's actually supposed to be William Shakespeare, or is it like a joke and he's William Shakespeare? Could they not get William Shakespeare because of legal? Or is it actually...
I think the dude's just shit.
Okay, I see.
As you can probably tell, as an actor, bit of a dead loss as it happens, so just dead.
Mr. Shakespeare.
It was the landlord, Mr. Garrett Deb, and the other lodger, Mr. Natsume, who found him. Fella didn't rise at his usual hour, so Garrett Deb got worried, kicked the door down.
With his bum knee? See, I told you the bum knee was fake. I told you it was a fraud. I told you we had to look out for that bum knee, because it wasn't real. But you know what, Ryu? We need to stop thinking the same thoughts every day, every single fucking time. But doesn't Mr. Garadab have a bad leg?
Ah, yeah, you're right there. It was a jittery Japanese hunchback over there who actually did the kick-in.
Really? Soseki-san?
Victim was pretty hard up, it seems. Even done some time inside for petty crimes. He had no money, no place to go, no friends. His only acquaintances were the people in his house. Miserable life and a miserable end to it.
Thanks, Gregson. So, what exactly is Mr. Natsume still doing here? He's not involved in the investigation, so shouldn't you have sent him away from the crime scene? Ugh, my fucking computer. This shit freezes all the goddamn time. This is so annoying. Okay. Are you good? Are you finished, sweetheart? Are you done having a little tantrum every 5 minutes? Because if you don't, I'm gonna replace you very soon. I come closer to it every single day. So if you don't want to get fully replaced, maybe you should watch your attitude with me.
Well, not saying it's because the fella looks odd or anything, or that he acts suspicious. But I thought it'd be prudent to take a statement from the cabinet.
You nearly said culprit there, didn't you?
Oh dear. Mr. Natsume appears to be under suspicion again.
Cut the computer's salary! I'm going. You better be looking forward to your next paycheck. It certainly seems that way. He does just come across as such an odd fellow, doesn't he?
Poor man. How unfortunate.
Anyway, can't say much until the coroner gets here. But I don't think the fella's been gone long. The body's still warm.
Even if the inspector would allow it, I don't think I could bring myself to touch a dead body. So do what everyone else does and make the 16-year-old girl look at it. What a terrible thing to have happened.
It's only been 3 days since I was arrested for the incident on the pavement outside. And then, having finally regained my freedom, it starts happening all over again. Endless existence of excruciating experiences.
So, the victim lived here on the ground floor, and your room is just 1 story up, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. In a way, we were neighbors, I suppose.
So, did you know the victim? Were you friends? Did he make a lot of noise and you hated him? What's the matter with Soseki-san now? It was an innocent enough question, wasn't it? Why does he seem so shaken by it?
Well, I suppose he wasn't a completely stranger. But did he ever invite me into this room? Never!
I think maybe he invited him.
On my honor, I swear it.
What an extreme reaction. You're probably wishing you'd never asked now, aren't you, Mr. Naruhodo?
When we found him here, I felt wretched, which is why I sent word asking you to come. Through that inspector over there!
What are you doing? What are you doing? Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing?
Ah, you need only observe to know of my dear fellow, investigating, naturally.
There's nothing natural about that pose.
Mr. Sholmes, have you made some miraculous discovery? Miraculous discovery?
Patience, my dear madam, patience. We've not been here in this room a mere 5 minutes. So far, all I've managed to deduce is what actually happened.
Me and Sholmes. Kidding.
My goodness! But isn't that everything we need to know, Mr. Sholmes?
Now that you propose the idea, I believe one could indeed see it that way. At the present time, I have managed to draw 2 incontrovertible conclusions. The first, that there was a physical struggle here last night in which the victim fought for his life. Ah!
Mr. Natsume, what's wrong? Is it something that is something that Mr. Sholmes said significant somehow?
No, don't mind me. Forget I was here.
Oh, Mr. Natsume.
And my second conclusion...
Wait, I need to really... Okay, physical struggle here last night in which the victim fought for his life. Okay.
Is that there was a poison fingering...
Fingering?
Because I was looking at him pointing up a finger. Is that
One.
there was a poison lingering in the air here last night that passed the victim's lips.
Not me thinking about Clavier in VR chat looking at me like this and doing this with his fingers.
This is where the magic happens.
This is where the magic happens. Jet got an Oculus and was testing out VR chat models for me last night. And when I guess when you were like doing shit with the controllers, is that what you were doing?
Yeah, I was, because like the way I have to hold the menu in my hand and use my other hand to click.
Right.
You know.
So the way that Clavier's model was looking at me was like, and he was doing these like little like finger motions, and it literally looked like he was like, yeah. Like it's like this is my advanced cunnilingus technique. Like, okay, sorry.
Anyways,
is that there was a poison lingering in the air? Okay, so he drank a poison. It was lingering in the air, though. Interesting. It passed the victim's lips. Does that just interesting? So did he drink it or breathe it?
nonsense.
All right, Mr. Natsume, why are you reacting so extremely to Mr. Sholmes' deductions?
No, but please, pretend I'm not here.
It can't be that he's right.
invisible, ineffable, inscrutable, insignificant.
Impossible to ignore.
You must tell us everything, Mr. Sholmes. Spare no detail.
But of course, let the theatrical tragedy before us be unraveled by my great deductions presented for your pleasure in 2 acts.
We have heard some truly astounding great deductions from Mr. Sholmes in the past. No doubt this will be no exception. What miracles will unfold before our eyes this time?
So, my dear fellows, for your delight and wonder, let the curtain rise. For Herlock Sholmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular, Act 1.
The aim is afoot. The calls of death. All right.
A careful observation of the victim reveals to us the events that transpired in this disconsolate room last night. Foam at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicates the use of poison.
Okay, all right.
Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate which contains, you will observe, 1/2 of a sizable ball of soap. Meaningful? Indubitably. Why is this soap set so purposely upon the dish? Like the victim's last supper, in fact. Yes. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course, the fork reveals the answer.
This is so sick, you looking into the camera like...
It appears that the young man's appetite was his undoing. Taking up arms in the form of his cutlery, the victim engaged in a deadly battle for his life. Yet the struggle against his hunger was in vain, for in the end, he couldn't resist devouring the slippery feast. But London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the contents of the plate.
Okay.
The soap and the lather about the young man's mouth are too perfectly matched to ignore. The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to excessive ingestion of foul soap.
Gotcha.
Though personally, I have a greater interest in the taste of foul candle wax, of course.
Wait. Sorry, wait, I didn't register that he said that. Wait. Go back. Say that again. I dare you to say that again, motherfucker.
The cause of death identified, we proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next question.
I want you
Never
to...
mind that I eat soap and candle wax.
I want
and
you
I
to-
prefer the latter of the two.
I hate you so much. God.
Was it suicide or murder?
Are you seeing this shit, Mr. Locum Student Naruhodo Esquire?
The audience will recall that death occurred during the victim's last supper. Did the man dine and die alone? A single teacup suggests the answer. To draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however, certainly. The careful criminal could have absconded with his own cup to cover his tracks. Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fellow. Indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock.
But Natsume kicked that down.
Though forced open now, at the time of the incident, this door was locked. And the sole key was in the victim's pocket. In other words, when the victim consumed the poison, he must have been alone.
Thanks, Grace.
Alone with his inferior soap, from whence wafted an inferior scent. Because I've
Inferior
certainly
to-
eaten
to that
better.
of candle wax.
And with that acrid aroma lingering in the air, the victim met his end in tragic solitude.
I could not pay attention to any of that.
We can only take comfort in the fact that his soul was cleansed on its way to the hereafter.
I
was waiting for you to react.
it didn't register because he says shit all the time, and then I was like, no.
The man canonically eats soap and candle wax.
Maybe that explains the brain damage.
Thus concludes the final act of Herlock Sholmes' great deduction. Well, luckily for you, the way that this works, that you get to read through everything, so.
What?
Remember how these deductions work? You get to read through everything.
Oh, so I get to see it again.
Yes.
Sick. There's just one thing, Mr. Sholmes.
You are disposed to identifying just one thing, aren't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Pray, what concerns you?
Well, no matter how hungry he was, do you really think the man would have eaten soap? Don't answer that, actually. I would actually rather not know what you think about eating soap.
It is quite apparent that this man had barely a penny to his name. It is a curious thing, but to one so destitute, soap can suddenly appear quite irresistibly appetizing.
How extraordinary.
In truth, I have tried a little soap myself in the past.
You've eaten it, you mean?
My dear fellow, it was some time ago now. My postulation was that it would cleanse my gut.
And did it?
As I writhed in agony on the floor and spilt the contents of my stomach, yes, I believe I did. I believe it did.
There's something medically wrong with you.
The experience taught me a valuable lesson. Soap is quite poisonous. It has an unpleasant taste and leads to great discomfort. In summary, I cannot recommend it.
That's why Sholmes doesn't wash his hands. Believe me, I wouldn't eat it even if you did.
There's something that troubles me as well, actually.
Oh, what's that?
It's Mr. Natsume. I couldn't help noticing him shuddering and quivering out of the corner of my eye. Almost as if Mr. Sholmes' deductions touched a nerve somehow.
Nonsense.
Aww. Well, that clenched teeth episode didn't last.
I think, judging by Mr. Natsume's reaction, the great detective's deduction may need some gentle corrections in order to reach the actual truth.
Yes, Mr. Sholmes' observations and deductions are sometimes a little too sharp. He has a tendency to hit the nail on the side of the head. He has a tendency to hit the nail on the side of the head and drive it in at an obtuse angle. God, I'm sorry, I can't speak. When he does that, it falls to us to straighten things out. Oh, I like her little look there. She was like, all right then, let's see what we can do.
Yes, we must pick out the key words in Mr. Sholmes' quite brilliant deductions, and discreetly exchange them for something that makes a little more sense. If we can do that, I'm sure we'll arrive at what Mr. Sholmes meant to say in the first place.
In that case, are you ready for the second performance of the day? Once again, my dear fellows, for your continued delight and wonder, let the curtain rise. For Herlock Sholmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular, Act 1.
Yeah, what's the Act 2?
The second deduction.
Oh, like the topic, the second topic?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're not gonna read through all of Sholmes' dialogue again, because it just takes too fucking long. Okay, foam at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicates the use of poison, so that's right. Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate which contains, you will observe, soap. Mr. Naruhodo asks, why are you seeing this shit? Well, you can't deny that a fork implies the man was eating something, or about to eat something.
Yes, that's true. If I were to decide to eat some soap, I should prefer to use a fork rather than attempt it with chopsticks.
And of course, only half the bar of soap is left on the plate.
But might there not be some other explanation? Something material that proves whether or not the man really ate some soap?
Well, let us... Ugh, I hate... Oh, okay, there we go. I hate how it limited your thing is. Anyway, what is this? What is this poke? Oh, that's his hat. Other piece of soap. Look, there's more soap on the floor here. Mr. Shamespeare must have really loved the stuff.
Let's not jump to any conclusions, Mr. Naruhodo. Look closely at this soap. Do you see that it would fit together perfectly with the half bar on the table?
What the? How can that be?
I think that they are two halves of the same bar that broke apart.
The Gorilla Grip of 89, it's back! No, we cannot go back to the Gorilla Grip of 89. Okay.
Take that!
Alright. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course. The other piece of soap reveals the answer.
It being the other half of the soap on the table ensured the victim was not eating soap at all. But it's obvious really, for no depths of hunger could drive any man to attempt to eat soap. Even I, with my unquenchable thirst for practical knowledge, took only a single bite.
But that begs the question of how the man was poisoned, because there's no sign of any food on the table. There's a teacup.
An excellent observation, Mr. Naruhodo, and one that furnishes us with the answer we seek.
Okay, lemon smells. That tainted the contents of the plate. Alright. Mr. Sholmes is still pushing the soap argument then.
Perhaps he's suggesting the man licked the soap rather than ate it.
If soap in London is that poisonous, I don't think I want to be washing my hands with it. But there are no signs of any food in this room at all.
Of course, food isn't the only thing that passes people's lips, is it?
Okay. Do we need... No, not contents of the plate. It's gotta be the... Yes, a Western vessel for the serving of infusions of dried tea leaves.
It's a teacup, Mr. Naruhodo, as you well know. Stop putting on airs. And it's empty.
So we've already established... Okay. So we've already established that the victim wasn't eating soap when he died. However, there's significant evidence to suggest he was drinking tea.
My thoughts exactly.
Alright.
Take that!
Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the teacup.
Indeed, cups have been the vessel of choice for practicing poisoners over the centuries. And it would appear that this victim drank every last drop.
There's no sign of food anywhere in the room.
Which leads us to the immutable conclusion. The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to the ingestion of poison contained in this teacup.
Alright. Was this suicide or murder? Did we went through this, right?
Yes.
I was too focused on Herlock eating candle wax.
Well, now's your chance to read it.
Okay. Did the man die and die alone? Single teacup suggests the answer. Okay, so is this a murder or suicide? Ah, the Western vessel for infused hot drinks again. It's already featured heavily in our deductions so far.
Yes, we can imagine that shortly before his death, Mr. Shakespeare was having a drink of tea. There would be nothing remarkable about that. But what troubles me
is Mr. Natsume's reaction when he heard Mr. Shom suggest it. There's more to this deduction than it seems.
We must closely examine the scene of the crime again for more clues.
Oh, uh-huh. No, go back. I wanted to. It's another Western vessel for infused.
It's a teacup!
It's so funny.
So funny.
It made me laugh really hard the first time.
God, that's so good.
And it too is empty.
Given that he's actually holding given that he's actually holding this one in his hand,
we can assume that this is the cup from which Mr. Shakespeare was actually drinking.
But if that's the case, this changes everything. Everything we've deduced up to now is turned on its head. I have a bad feeling about this. I almost don't want to say it.
Yes, I know exactly how you feel. Ugh, Western vessel for infused tea leaves. He's so pretentious. Shut up, it's a fucking teacup.
Okay.
Take that!
Did the man die and die alone? This other teacup suggests the answer. Yes, there were 2 teacups in this room all along. In other words, this is a strong indication that at the victim's Last Supper, there was a guest present.
At the very least, we can now say with certainty that someone else was here in this room last night, taking tea with the victim. What are you talking about? Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly, unreasonable. To draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish. Oh,
yeah, okay. In which case, what more can we deduce about this possible guest at the table? Do you mean to say you know who exactly was in this room at the time of the victim's death? Okay, indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock. Okay. I'm not sure I like where this deduction is going now.
I'm afraid it's too late to go back to the halcyon days of eating too much soap.
You're so funny! But the identity of the guest who was in here last night when the victim passed away is something I have a very bad feeling about.
Well, you can try to ignore your feelings, but we cannot ignore the truth, Mr. Naruhodo.
No, I suppose not. Time to look around again. Deadly bottle. Pile of books. What gives away last night's visitor? Okay, we have the broken lock. Candle. I want to say maybe it's the bottle or the books. At first glance, it seems that the only things in this room are the makeshift stage and the costumes. I overlooked these 3 books initially.
I wonder what they are. Let's see, the titles read... The Picture of Monsieur Lecoq.
Monsieur Lecoq!
Canterbury Yearnings, and...
I don't...
Emile
Emile-
for Gabro.
Right.
A Meal for Gabro.
Wait. I'm sure I've heard those titles before.
It could just be an incredible coincidence, but... They're the exact same 3 books that Mr. Natsume purchased the other day.
What? The bottle has funny dialogue. Okay. Yes. On the day of the unfortunate incident when Miss Green was stabbed, Soseki-san had just been to a bookshop and bought them. That's right.
And now those 3 titles are here in the room of... And now those 3 titles are here in the room of the victim.
Yet Mr. Natsume claims never to have been here before. What does this mean, do you think?
I really don't know what to make of it.
Pile of familiar books. Oy, oy, oy. Okay.
It's empty.
Empty of liquid, but full of air! That makes you think, doesn't it?
It makes me think that you're full of hot air. We should be thinking about who else was in the room at the time.
Bother. Susato-san's quip in response was cleverer than my original riddle. Who's the English major now, Bruno?
Take that!
Indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is the pile of familiar books.
Quite so. It's no mere coincidence that these 3 titles are here in this room. It's the link to the truth.
Mr. Natsume, you purchased these books 4 days ago at a second-hand bookshop.
That's just a coincidence. In that case, will you be able to bring the same 3 titles from your own room, will you not? This very moment. No, never. Non-negotiable.
If you can't bring your own copies here, it proves that these 3 books are in fact yours. Having purchased the books 4 days ago and returned to your lodgings, you were arrested the very next day. So you could conceivably have brought the books here on that evening, but you never mentioned that.
In other words, you can only have brought these 3 books here to the victim's room.
No, literally, Avi. Just Soseki fancast. I love the poses.
Last night, having returned to your lodgings after the trial concluded at the Old Bailey. In short, there is only one possible conclusion. The victim died here in this room last night as a result of the poisoning.
And that same night, the victim had a visitor.
And that visitor...
God. Was you, Mr. Soseki Natsume? He took a shit.
Thus concludes the final act of Herlock Sholmes' great deduction.
Okay, so the Curse of the Reaper's gotta be coming up pretty quick here.
So, okay. You keep saying, like, Curse of the Reaper, and that is a looming threat. That's
Yes.
true. But however, he has mentioned, you know, when we were listening to the opening, you know, the Herlock Sholmes part in the beginning, you know? Like the story part.
Yes.
He said the Curse of the Haunted Lodgings, the Curse of the gas leak, the Curse of the blah, blah, blah.
I know. But there's curses everywhere.
But there's curses.
I want to connect the curses. I want to connect the curses, Jet.
I'm sorry, Tony. I'm just telling you the facts that you should know.
Jet, I want to connect the curses. Let me connect the curses, okay? Come on. I'm just a little guy. Just a little birthday boy. Come on.
He's shitting. He's making
He is
shitting
shitting.
noises.
Oh, God. Make shitting noises, please. Keep going. More,
I
please.
can't without laughing. Not again, not again, not again. Not again! Well then, Mr. Not to me.
Good night, Kirsten C. Thank you for stopping by. Lovely to have you.
It would appear you're gonna have to accompany down to the yard. Again. But wait. Hold your horses! Yeah?
The Reaper's curse is constipation.
Door, key, locked, entry, exit, entirely impossible.
He's so flustered, he's being even stranger than normal.
What? You think that's an alibi? You could have just made a copy. What? You live in the same building after all. You'd have plenty of opportunity, I'm sure. But misery me!
This poor guy.
Sorry, sir. You get your chance to give your side of the story later. The facts speak for themselves, Mr. Mustache. You horrible Herlock Sholmes.
He really has found himself an arch rival now, hasn't he?
Come on now, no dilly-dallying. Outside, there's a carriage waiting. Locum student, Mr. Naruto Esquire! I never imagined I'd be in this position again, but... You have to help me! Please, please! I'm innocent!
Alright, I understand. We'll come to your cell later and talk about it.
And one more thing.
Oh, yes?
My poor little kitty cat. Please give him his breakfast for me.
Waka hi!
I'm glad you guys like my fucking Soseki Natsume.
I think Soseki might be my favorite voice that you do. Second, second is Barack Van Zieks, I think.
The fucking book character. Sherlock Holmes, the fucking book character. The fictional book character.
And so, his evil curse, still apparently unbroken. Curses. Soseki-san found himself, once again, the prime suspect in a case of murder. Thanks to the incriminating deduction of the great detective.
My dear fellow, that honor belongs to you.
Well, at least that means Inspector Gregson is no longer here. We can examine the crime scene in more detail now.
Yes, that's right. And of course,
What?
have you forgotten what the inspector mentioned before? It was the landlord, Mr. Garadeb, who discovered Mr. Shamespeare.
Oh, Mr. John Garadeb, yes.
I expect we could find him sitting in his room on the top floor as usual.
Right. We must remember to go and talk to him later then. Okay. I have a suspicion about this thing here, because if there's a poison, they were saying, okay, so a poison passed his lips, but there was a poison in the air. So is this a gas leak situation? And it's once again another accident that Soseki finds himself in the middle of? We just don't know. And here we have another disproportionately large machine. This looks like a meter of some kind.
This is a gas meter, I think. It seems that in this district, residents pay for gas as they use it with coins.
Oh, I see. Yes, now that you've pointed it out, I can see that there's a slot just here that looks like it would take a coin. So you mean if you put a coin in here?
That's right. That would buy you about 2 hours of gas for lights and heating.
So if you were a poor person with no money, you'd have to sleep in the freezing cold?
Yes. Or if you were a scatterbrain with no change because you forgot to exchange your money at the bank.
Thank goodness there's no meter in our office. So I think maybe the reason Soseki came in here to generously put a coin in his neighbor's meter. And he thinks that by putting the coin in the meter, it will now implicate him. Like, people are gonna be like, oh, you poisoned him by giving him gas and there was a leak. I don't know. Could be that. This is a gas wall light, isn't it? It must be connected to a gas pipe in the wall. Yeah, this is the most capitalist shit. If Asogi were here, he would have started tearing this down. He would have been like, all right, we're changing this immediately.
Gas lights, a gas stove. London really is a city of gas.
But now that I think about it, Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb had an open fire on the top floor, didn't they?
Oh yes, you're right. I don't recall seeing a gas stove up there.
Oh, hydrate, don't dehydrate. Thank you. Took a few gulps for you. Well, I much prefer a real fire anyway. It's so much cozier. Look at these extravagant, bright costumes. Gaslight, gas stove, girl boss, or whatever. Somehow, they look out of place in this room with its grim, shady goings-on.
This one looks like a king's attire.
A king? I've always dreamt of being a king. What?
Oh, I think you're more suited to a feudal lord. A
Daimyo?
Yeah.
Okay.
a daimyo or such like.
Is it Shomage? Is that Chomage? Is that I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna butcher this, sorry. With a Chomage top knot? Every Japanese man wishes he had a Chomage.
Oh, you'd look wonderful with one, and you already have a sword.
Can you imagine what would happen if I walked around the streets of London with a Chomage and a sword?
This is some sort of makeshift stage, I think, isn't it?
Where does the audience sit, though? For the nightly Shakespeare performances. Okay, so Shakespeare does exist here.
Actors aspiring to the great stage must practice their art, Mr. Naruhodo, with or without an audience. This is Tendo Maya.
Pronounce the ch more? Okay, okay. So it'd be like a chonmage, not shonmage, or chon? I don't know. I would have to look that up later. I probably will, because now I'm curious.
In fact, on a related note, perhaps you should set up a mock bench for the defense in your office.
What?
Then you could practice your art every single day.
I'll think about it, if you promise to don a beard and play the role of the judge.
Well, if that would help you achieve your goal.
Oh my god.
She wants to dress up so bad again.
That's so bad. This
Oh wait, no,
this happened before,
sorry.
but
Yeah.
dress up queen. This I have to see. Okay, maybe we can.
Oh, the poor man. So young to die. Do you suppose it was a very painful death, being poisoned as he was?
I don't know. All we can do now is hope that he'll be reborn to a better life.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I wonder... Do you think that putting our hands together in a Japanese prayer will help a British soul?
Sorry?
I made sure I had a reference at the ready for just such an occasion as this, actually. This book is entitled The Beginner's Guide to Praying for the Departed, for praying for the departed, the British way. I'll just reread it now. One moment.
There's quite a spine on that book, isn't there? The teacup. Haha.
Ah, one of the teacups that Mr. Shakespeare and his guests drank from that night. But don't go drinking from them, Mr. Naruhodo. There's bitter poison inside.
I'm not planning on drinking any, don't worry. Anyway, the cups are both empty.
That's true. So, one was Mr. Shakespeare's, and the other must be the cup that Mr. Natsume was drinking from.
But Saseki-san wasn't poisoned, of course. Perhaps we should take these so we can examine them in more detail later. I think it's Claudine is Watson, because I think I remember seeing a Holmes Hikari. But I just have Karen Sherlock.
As we've seen from the outside, the window is completely bricked up. A vestige of the former window tax that Britons had to pay.
What strange things they used to tax in Great Britain. I mean, making people pay for the number of windows they had in a property? It's extraordinary.
It's heartbreaking to think the poor people having to block up their windows just to avoid an unaffordable tax. Oh,
What is it, Miss Osato?
if you look closely, a number of these bricks are loose. Oh.
Soap! Oh, yes. It looks as though an amateur has broken out a few of them just here. Was it Mr. Shakespeare who did it, I wonder? Being the lodger renting this room.
Oh, look at this, Mr. Naruhodo. On the outside, there's a little ledge. And there's something on it.
What, outside? Okay.
It's so cold outside. You can feel it through this gap.
It did snow all last night. It would be cold. But more importantly, what is it on the ledge out there? What are those snow-covered lumps?
It's more bars of soap.
Soap? What are bars of soap doing lined up on a ledge outside the window?
I have no idea. But the pair of them look rather charming like that.
Still, that's very strange, isn't it? Bars of soap lined up outside the window? I think perhaps we should take one. There are two, after all.
Oh dear. I suppose we could. Oh, what's this? Look here at this soap.
Ah!
Do you see? In the middle there. There's a patch that's a different color. It's sort of transparent, but
Some sort of fancy design, I suppose. Only in Great Britain.
it looks like the Hinomato flag of Japan, doesn't it? How wonderful. It's probably a very expensive brand.
Expensive? Then what's it doing in this ramshackle old room? A bar of soap. Okay. There's something on the floor now. What is this? Hello? God damn it. You know, get real sick and fucking tired. Get real sick and fucking tired of...
What's this?
It looks like part of an envelope, I think.
Yes, I think you may be right. Perhaps it was torn off when the letter was opened.
Let's... Where's the stamp? Where's the poison stamp? Where's the poison stamp? Is that significant?
Well, it's a little out of place, perhaps, when you look around the room. There's still no sign of a letter or the rest of the envelope in fact, is there?
Ah, she's right.
And yet here we have the torn off end of an envelope. It just strikes me as unusual.
I agree. We better take this just in case. Yeah, we got the bottle, poison stamps. Is this a new guy?
I think.
Looks like you're having a good snoop around, huh?
Inspector Gregson, back so soon?
After I threw that little fella in the clink, I went and reported this to the investigation division. In 5 minutes' time, this place will be cordoned off by the yard.
Oh, I see. Well, we'd better be leaving then.
Poor Mr. Natsume must be feeling very low, being back in a cell again so soon.
He's not dead! He's not dead! Or zombies and vampires? The living dead? I'm sure we should probably go and...
What's wrong, Mr. Naruhodo?
Out, out, brief candle, life's but a walking shadow, a poor player. That struts and frets his harp on the stage, and then is heard no more. Now, how soundeth the next part?
It is a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Indeed, a happy day. What the fuck? Walking Dead!
He death dropped.
He death dropped. Oh, Ryu.
The fella isn't dead at all.
You were sitting there quoting whatever play with him, and then you realize he's not dead? Get a grip, Gregson! I mean, come on!
What was that nonsense he was saying, though?
Come on, London, let's get sickening!
Yes, I think it was from William Shakespeare's Macbeth. A soliloquy from Act 5, Scene 5.
Shakespeare. So it was that the victim, Mr. William Shakespeare, came back to life. If the man had indeed been poisoned, it transpired that it hadn't killed him.
Quiflu, thank you for following. Welcome. Welcome to this.
He was taken by emergency carriage to a nearby hospital for treatment. And Inspector Gregson evicted us from the scene of the crime, whatever that now was.
Oh, hello, how are you? What are you, egg? 21st of February, Broyle Road. That's 2 days ago.
Whatever do you think will happen now?
Oh, his name is Shakespeare, sorry.
Good question. What a strange situation for Mr. Natsume. Natsume, arrested for murder, but then the victim comes back to life.
I think perhaps the victim was never dead in the first place. It seems very likely that Mr. Shakespeare did consume poison as we deduced. But was it an accident, attempted suicide, or attempted murder? Until the truth can be established, I imagine the police will keep Mr. Natsume in custody.
I suppose so. Let's hope it doesn't come to anything more than a night in the cells. Oh, what's this? What's that man doing over there? He looks like he's trying to see into Saseki-san's lodgings.
Is something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo?
Excuse me, could we have a word? He's posing too. Oh, then
He just ran off.
oh, my father is here for the good video game. Welcome to the good video game. Yes, out, damn spot. Thou trackest mud on the kitchen floor.
I actually did Macbeth in high school.
Oh, did you? I
Yeah.
read it, but I didn't do it.
Yeah, I was in theater. It was one of my electives.
Who were you?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
Great.
Listen, all I
Sick.
wanted to do was play tennis.
That's fair. Tennis is love. Tennis is life. Swear fealty to the Prince of Tennis.
Literally.
I feel sure that I've seen that man somewhere before. Where was it?
I do too, but I don't remember.
Okay. Pa, you missed Mr. Herlock Sholmes. He was here earlier.
With the exception of the top floor, where Mr. and Mrs. Garadev live, all the windows are bricked up.
Yes, that's because of an old window tax that was charged on the number of windows a property had. In order to pay less tax, the poorer members of society filled in many of their windows.
But the tax has since been abolished, hasn't it? So the windows could all be opened up again, surely?
Unfortunately, it would appear that the residents of this district can't afford to pay to have the work done.
Yes, that is a sad state of affairs.
Especially for people like poor Mr. Natsume, who have to live all cooped up in a windowless room.
I suppose that's the price you pay for living in very cheap accommodation.
It all seems rather pointless when you put it like that.
What's this bike about?
There always seems to be a bicycle outside of the Garadev residence. I read that bicycles are extremely popular all over Great Britain at the moment, in fact.
That one seems very warped, though, especially the front wheel. Is that to make it more of a challenge to ride, do you think? Burger's hard mode?
No, I'm afraid that may be a result of the rider's incompetence. For the front wheel to be so badly warped, I'm afraid the rider may have been similarly affected.
Then there's a good chance Mr. Natsume has been practicing. Oh, then there's a good chance that Mr. Natsume has been practicing on this bicycle, I think.
Oh dear, I fear you may be right.
Okay. Let's see if there... Is there anything more in... Oh! What? Why has somebody built this snowman on some sort of pedestal, do you think?
That's not a pedestal, Mr. Naruhodo. That's part of the snowman's body.
Really? But it already has a perfectly good body.
Thanks, Taya.
Well, it's true that British snowmen are usually made with 2 balls of snow. Perhaps this is a foreigner.
And now... now we're looking at him as if he's strange. Poor man, I know how he feels. Oh.
If anything, it's Japanese and British 2-ball snowmen that are the strange ones, isn't it? After all, real people do have 3 sections: head, torso, and legs.
Do you ever think that perhaps you think about things too much? Okay. The snowman. Well, there's...
Yeah, what's this 3D lamppost in the distance?
London's blanketed in the fog again today, and the sky is covered in cloud.
It's a bonhomme? What's that, Pa?
But if you look carefully in the distance, you can just make out the Crystal Tower being built.
Ah, the Crystal Tower, yes. The centerpiece of the great exhibition that's to open in 6 months' time.
Everyone's talking about the Great Exhibition of London at the moment, it seems.
Did Tony check the armband before we entered this flashback case? I didn't check it. Was I supposed to have checked it? I presented it. I didn't check it. Should I have checked it? Was there good dialogue?
Well, it's to be the largest event of its kind anywhere in the world, with technology and scientists from all over. I can't wait for it myself.
Do you think visiting students from the Far East like us will be granted entry?
The last great exhibition that was held in London had more than 6 million visitors, it seems. And this time, the British are determined to make it an even bigger success to outdo the Paris exposition.
You can still check it. Next case should be the same. Okay.
I see. That's an incredible number of people. And with so many people expected to attend, we should easily be able to slip in unnoticed. Bonhomme de neige? Neige? Snowman in French and the creepy mascot of the Quebec Winterfest Carnival. I think I remember something about that. Something about the Quebec Carnival. There's like a big, like, maze made of snow. I seem to remember something about that.
There's always the honest approach of buying tickets at the main entrance, Mr. Naruhodo.
Okay. Okay, I guess it's this door that I just need to... Bonhomme de neige. Winterlude, I see. Sorry, I took a bunch of French in school. Don't remember any of it. The Garadep household and Mr. Natsume's lodgings are in a prominent position there on the corner. Sometimes when I look at the building, I can't help feeling that it's a bit of that it's at a bit of a slant.
It does rather look as if it would collapse in even the smallest earthquake, doesn't it?
And isn't it supposed to be haunted as well? I think I might have a hunch as to why Soseki-san has such a hunched back. So wait, I examined it. Did we not even need to examine everything? God damn it. Alright. I guess I just... Okay, alright. The Garadev's room and prison. I guess we'll go to prison. Alright, 21st February. Like prison. So odd. Oh. Never mind. Guess we'll go to the Garadev's room. Alright, 21st February. The Garadev's room. Here we are again. The eccentric landlord's eccentric top floor abode.
We're here because Mr. Garadeb's the one who discovered the incident this morning, don't forget.
Hello.
Ah, you chaps, huh?
Yes, good morning, sir.
Thank you for your cooperation in call yesterday.
It was quite a trial. As much from Mr. Garadeb as anyone, really.
Came straight back here after all that business at the ballet yesterday. Didn't expect to wake up to more ballet nonsense this morning.
I wonder if you wouldn't mind telling us exactly what happened, Mr. Garadeb?
Yes, I suppose you'd like to know all about that dead loss of an actor chap on the ground floor room.
Those were exactly Inspector Gregson's words, weren't they? Talk to me. It must have been a real shock for you this morning. I hear that you discovered what had happened.
Oh, well, that hopeless actor chap rises at 5 o'clock sharp every morning without fail. But at 5:30 this morning, still hadn't lit the gas. So I went down and knocked on his door, but no bully answer.
And that's when you broke into his room by kicking down the door?
Well, I called on that Rome-looking chap to do the grunt work, of course.
Wasn't it a little premature to kick the door down? The man could have just overslept by half an hour.
That's very true, Mr. Naruhodo. If 30 minutes is oversleeping warranted such behavior, I'd have to kick your door down every morning.
Well, you know, better to be safe than sorry than all that.
Is it just me, or is he avoiding our gaze now all of a sudden?
Except that it was a sorry situation indeed that you found on the far side of the door.
The victim's name is Mr. Shamspeare, I believe. Is that right?
Yes. William Shamspeare took the ground floor room 3 months ago now.
And how would you describe him?
In a word, destitute.
Destitute?
Well, let's face it, the only redeeming feature of that room is the cheap rent. Anyone wanting to live in that place is like they either broke or has the ballet screw loose.
So hard to choose which category Saseki-san would fall into.
Mr. Naruhodo, that's a little rude.
She's inside.
He was doing research as well.
Research? Into what?
Shakespeare, of course, Shakespeare. Read a few plays of the old bard myself, you know. Romeo and Hamlet and all that.
Yes, William Shakespeare is England's most highly regarded classical playwright and author. He's known as Sao in Japanese, as you know, and many of his works have already been translated.
It seems incredible that Shakespeare was shortened to Sao, though. Someone was too heavy-handed there. There were a lot of costumes in the victim's room, actually, weren't there?
Of course, Mr. Natsume is a scholar of English literature as well. I imagine he and Mr. Shamspeare would have had much in common.
Yeah, Ryu, you are an English major. Shakespeare interpretation disagreement leads to shocking murder. Let's hope it's not that.
Mr. Naruhodo, really? How rude!
She's gonna kick his ass. After Mr. Natsume's trial yesterday, you came straight back here, I believe, didn't you? Did you notice anything strange between then and this morning?
Well, now, must have been about 6 in the evening by the time I got home. Snow was coming down rather heavily, I remember, and it was completely dark already. That failed actor chap was out at the time.
Mr. Garadeb noticed there was no light from his room or something, I suppose.
Didn't summon the energy for anything much, I just sat in front of the fire up there. It was after 8 before Shamspeare got back. And the chap was up until past 1 in the morning, I'll have you know. Suppose he met his end sometime after that. I was asleep by then, so I'm rather in the dark there.
Well, thank you. That was very illuminating. Is everything all right, Mrs. Sato?
Well, I was just thinking it's a little strange, that's all. Mr. Garadeb, you were up here in your room all evening, if I've understood correctly.
Not a big fan of stairs, not with his blasted leg.
Then, how is it that you seem to know? The precise movements of your tenant on the ground floor, I mean.
Ah!
That's a very good point. See, it's the leg. Can't trust it. I can't imagine that you could hear noises from the ground floor way up here. Does this old man like to spy on his tenants? Is that it?
I say, I know what you're thinking, and it's a bally outrage. I'm ex-military, don't you know? I don't go around spying on my tenants, why would I?
Then how did you know, Mr. Garadeb?
It's the gas, woman, the gas tells me everything.
The gas? Speaking gas? What on earth do you mean, sir? How can the gas tell you anything, let alone everything?
Well, as you're probably aware, that hunchback likes to shit a lot. The gas is supplied to the building by pipes.
Not the shitting, not him hearing all the noises Natsume makes.
Yes, I'd more or less worked that out. Herlock Ramen, what have you sent me? What have you sent me? Why won't it load? Oh my god. He would be just absolute. The Bath and Body Works is like a buffet to him. Disgusting. Absolutely.
I need you to make that with Lush though. Change it to Lush.
Oh. Yeah. Well, but they don't really have candles in Lush. He prefers.
Yeah, but they have a lot of soap.
But he prefers candles.
Lots of delicious looking soap.
He doesn't like soap. He wouldn't personally recommend it. But
He
would.
said he preferred candle wax to soap.
He prefers candles. So why would you not put him in a Bath and Body Works where there is both soap and candles? So that he may peruse at his leisure. And feast. It's an all-you-can-eat that he may sup upon. The perfumed soaps. You may not remember, but in the first Natsume kiss, Mrs. Garrideb had also had intimate knowledge of Saseki's movements despite never talking to him. Yeah, and we never got the answer for how until now. Yeah, I remember that being like, okay, interesting. But yes, I do remember that.
Every room in the building is connected by a single pipe to the main gas outside. And the gas company supplies gas to properties via the main.
Yes, I understand that too.
Let me see if I can explain. Let's say I was to light the gas lamps up here. What do you suppose would happen?
Well, obviously the room would get brighter.
Exactly. But at the same time, lights in all the other rooms in the house would dim for a moment.
What? They'd dim? Why?
Perhaps it's because when you light a gas lamp, it briefly uses more gas than usual. And that reduces the amount of gas in the pipe for the other lamps that are connected to it. That might explain why the other lamps dim momentarily, mightn't it?
Yes, of course, because everything's connected to a single supply pipe.
Is that supposed to happen, though? It sounds rather undesirable.
Jolly good point. The fact is, the gas company's pipes in these parts are pretty hopeless and long worn out. And barely got any gas in the start with. Opposite our century, of course, extinguish the lamps up here and they glow brighter than the rest of the house.
Ah, right, I see. So by watching the flickering of the lamps in one room, you can determine what's happening elsewhere.
You've got it.
Oh, of course. Because when people come back home in the evening and before they go to sleep at night, what they're guaranteed to do is either light or put out their lamps and fires. Clever.
Oh, sorry. Clever.
In point of fact, the room on the ground floor and the one above it use slightly different amounts of gas. But watching lights in here closely, I could work out almost exactly what's going on in the whole house.
Gosh, that's fascinating, Mr. Garrideb. Absolutely fascinating.
Oh well, nothing to it really.
Yeah, Shutakumi, first you will learn about stereoscopes. Now, let me tell you about my interest in Victorian gas systems. And I can't really see that it's going to help us with the case either. What I'd like to know is why Mr. Garrideb is so interested in what his tenants are up to in the first place. I feel like there's more to it than idle curiosity. Well, we've done as much investigating here as we can, I think. Perhaps we ought to go to the prison and speak with Mr. Natsume again.
A good idea.
Alright. Now let's move to the prison. Oh no. No talk me Angie.
The fucking Blair Witch Project.
21st of February, La Caprice is so on.
Look, Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Natsume, have the police finished questioning you yet?
Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire!
Oh, yes?
What is he? Tell me. Is he a ghost? Is he here to haunt me?
Let me guess. You're talking about Mr. Sholmes?
He actually calls himself a great detective, Mr. Natsume, not a ghost.
But his diabolical deductions, they're not of this world. They've left me. I'm cursed, I tell you.
I'm connecting curses.
Well, that sort of hurts.
Credit where credit is due, Mr. Naruhodo. You were heavily involved in the deduction, too.
Yes, moving on. We have some wonderful news.
Oh,
The victim that we all thought was dead has come back to life again.
You don't seem surprised.
Now, in the absolutely worst case, you could only be tried for attempted murder.
That's great, isn't it, Mr. Natsume?
it's terrible.
Oh,
I'm stuck in a cell, suffering for some silly wrong end of the stick. You did it, didn't you? Confess, you're a killer. Why the mustache? Constant questions.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Ah, that word.
Yeah.
Make up your mind. Are you dead or alive? If you were going to come back to life, why bother dying? We can leave. Wishy-washy, William.
Well, it seems likely that Mr. Shamspeare was never actually dead in the first place.
Yes, that might make sense, and I'm pleased that he's alive, of course. What do you keep going about?
Because it's just like Soseki thought he had died and come back to life, and he's just like, God damn it! If you're gonna die, stay dead. Like, it's just not the reaction I expect.
A lively debate last night was much fun. I'd be sad to think it was our last.
oh,
Oops.
Mr. Natsume, does this mean that you did see the victim last night? You met with Mr. Shamspeare, didn't you?
I'm not saying another word. I demand to have a lawyer present.
Who do you think I am? Who do you think you are? I am.
Please, Mr. Natsume, we need to hear your side of the story.
Spirit channeling what makes Soseki lose his mind. It's true.
Ugh, why am I cursed like this?
Can you tell us exactly what happened last night then, Mr. Natsume?
There's nothing to tell. But, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, I'm eternally grateful to you for helping me with that accursed case yesterday.
A case that saw poor Ms. Green hospitalized after she ended up with a knife in her back.
it's hard to believe that was only yesterday.
After the trial was over, I trudged my weary way back to my lowly lodgings. And that evening, at 9:30 it must have been, I visited Mr. Shamspeare.
So, you did go to the victim's room then?
As we feared.
I didn't do anything wrong! I'd never been to this room before, it was the first time!
Then, What made you decide to go?
I bumped into him when I arrived back at the house. We got chatting and it developed into discussion. But he had to go out, so I bade him farewell.
That ties in with what Mr. Garadeb said, that the victim went out and came back after 8.
We met again later that evening at around 9 or just after, when I took him some nice tea I'd brewed as a gift.
So it was you who brought the tea that had clearly been drunk at the scene.
And I suppose you were discussing the works of Shakespeare, were you?
Yes, that's right. That's exactly right. Romeo and Juliet! Who was the stronger? It was a delightful debate.
Who would win in a fight, Romeo or Juliet?
I'm sure.
Such a stimulating subject, Shakespeare!
And the debate became very heated. So you slipped poison into Mr. Shamspeare's tea?
No, never! Not at all! Never! Juliet won! That was me! And when I left this room... the flamboyant fellow was fighting fit! I swear it, categorically.
Mr. Natsume, you often say the same thing about yourself. I've noticed. That you have a cursed existence.
I'm sure I've mentioned this to you before, but... I've been here in Great Britain for a year now, and in that time I've learned that it's no place for me.
It can be very trying to live in a foreign land and adapt to the ways of another culture.
There are foreigners everywhere I look, and they all stare at me. They all laugh. That's the impression I get whenever I go out. It makes me scared to leave my room. Which is why I've become a recluse. But even in my room, I find no respite from my fears. I've moved more times than I can remember. And then 1 week ago, I moved into Briar Road.
But why? I mean, why did you choose that place? It doesn't seem very comfortable.
Because the rent is cheap. I have so little money, it's broke to me.
The rent?
Obviously, there's a reason why it's cheap. Because the room is cursed.
Cursed? Cursed how? Tell me about the curse of the Reaper.
The previous occupant, the man who lived there before I took the room, died there.
Oh no!
He was only a young man, but one morning, he was found dead and no one could explain why.
Surely no one would want to live in a room with a history like that.
I didn't. When the letting agent recommended the place, I wavered. But I want books! And books cost money! A horrible history is a small price to pay.
I want video games, and video games cost money.
When I realized it would mean I could buy more books, I signed the lease like lightning.
Brave or blinkered?
But after I moved in, I soon came to realize what I had done. I realized how horrible that room's history really was.
Gosh, was it really so awful?
Horrible history.
How did the room's horrible history affect you, Mr. Natsume? What happened?
At first, it was just a feeling. The feeling of beady eyes pouring into my back, watching me.
Do you think that might have just been your mind playing tricks on you?
No. My mind doesn't know any tricks. It was someone else. It's been one long nightmare ever since I was given the keys to the place.
A nightmare? You've been having bad dreams, you mean?
All the souls who've died in that room lean over me in my sleep, try to strangle me.
That really is horrible.
And now I come to think of it, it happened again last night, too. The very same night that Mr. Shamspear was writhing in agony from the poison in his body. I was on the verge of being suffocated silently by those miserable spirits in my room.
I do believe that's called sleep paralysis, and not being able to breathe is a common side effect of that.
You simply must move out of that room as soon as possible.
Yes, you're right. I know it. And that's why I'm already searching for the next room with a history to call home.
I think perhaps you should try to avoid accommodation with any kind of history at all. Otherwise, I'm scared that you yourself may become history.
Sasato, do not.
Whew. Sasato-san knows how to make the man listen.
Thank you, Taya, once again.
Of course. Mr. Lord of the Manor is worried about the curse on my room as well.
You mean Mr. Garadab?
Yes, he knows that if people keep dying there, he'll never be able to rent it out again.
Well, that's true. I, for one, wouldn't go near the place.
Ah, perhaps. That may explain why the landlord pays so much attention to the gas lamps in his tenants' movements.
You mean because he's worried about their well-being? He does seem to have an unusually keen interest in the amount of gas in the pipes. There must be a reason why he keeps such close tabs on the occupants of his let rooms.
So I think there's gas leaks everywhere that are making Natsume go a little crazy from the brain damage.
What do you mean he pays so much attention to the gas lamps?
Oh dear! No, it's nothing to do with you, Mr. Natsume. Please forget I said anything.
Oh, now you're talking about me behind my back as well.
What's important is that Mr. Shamspear isn't in fact dead at all.
Once he's come round and he's able to tell us what happened, we'll be able to get you released.
Yes, please. I do hope you're right.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Inspector Gregson!
I couldn't help overhearing what you just said. And on that note, I have some good news and some bad news.
Oh,
Is he officially dead now?
Which do you want first?
always, every time, the bad news comes first. When hope is all you have, hold on to it. That's my guiding principle.
Right, well, in that case, the good news it is.
You dickhead!
Huh?
Sorry, but it's just a lot easier to explain everything that way.
Then why did you ask me my preference?
As you might have heard, the victim, Mr. Shamspear, was just unconscious. 'Cause it's come around now.
Yes, we saw it happen in all its terrifying glory. I was convinced it was zombies.
He's still being treated by the doctors, but we've managed to get a written statement from him already.
Oh, isn't that wonderful, Mr. Natsume?
Oh, thank goodness. That's all, then I can leave the summer cell.
Sorry, no. That's not on the cards.
What?
Why ever not, Inspector?
Mr. Shamspear has implicated someone as being responsible for what happened last night.
implicated someone.
Oh dear.
You don't mean...
Sorry to say, I do, yeah. He's pointed the finger at you, Mr. Natsume.
No!
By sweet poison did he seeketh to end my life. That wicked caitiff, Soseki Natsume.
No!
So I'm afraid you'll be appearing in court as planned. You'll be wanting to make the necessary preparations.
No!
Soseki Natsume's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad week. And so, once again, Soseki-san found himself having to take the dock in the Old Bailey. Whether his room was haunted or whether he was just terribly unlucky, I knew I had no choice. The following day, I would represent him in court and do my utmost to break the curse that blighted him. A whole part done and we're not even finished for the night.
Yeah.
Please. I would like to save my current progress.
Yeah, it looks like he does Gregson's animation when he's like, "Rah." 22nd February, North 23 a.m. the Old Bailey, defendant's side to chamber.
The Old Bailey. This place always makes me feel strange. I seem to get chills down my spine and break out in a nervous sweat all at the same time. Well, didn't think I'd be back here so soon.
That's my line. Good morning!
Good morning, Mr. Natsume.
Yes, thank you, Grace. It is Turbo Tony, and she is alive. Can't catch the rest, but I hope you do enjoy it. Thank you, Typhra. Thank you for coming. Hope to see you next time. See you later.
It was only 2 days ago that I was declared not guilty here.
Yes, we somehow managed to prove he didn't stab Miss Green in the back.
Now this! Another morning, another murder, and here I am again in this house! Can't keep coming to court!
I'm beginning to think he's right. It really does seem as though he's cursed.
Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, sorry, I thought she was scolding him again. Mr. Naruhodo, I'm afraid I have bad news. Oh.
Mr. Natsume, good morning.
Yes, morning.
So, here we are again.
Yes, again.
Wait, what did Ramen send? That was him in the jail cell, it's true. Hold on, I want to put this on the fridge.
I hate this.
We need a Soseki on the fridge for sure. No, you don't hate it. You could not hate this. It's so funny. Why do I always stop when there's no music? Everyone is so mean to me. We can take this off, I think. Grovey, I don't want to take your Lang furry off, but all right, we got to make room for Soseki. As Asogi once said, the old must make way for the new. It's the way of the world. Let's do, oops, not that. No, not that. Stop. It keeps like snapping to, please, come on, there we go. Everyone is so mean to me. Come on. I have so many things, there we go, now there we go. Herlock and VR and Soseki blinking. They are communicating. They are communicating with each other. Okay. I mean, I guess we can also take off... Mikoto will stay for now. He will stay for now.
Judicial assistant Miss Mikoto Vasquez with the bad news.
Oh dear. You hurt, did you?
If you come in shouting at the top of your voice, people can't help hearing what you say.
Oh, I am sorry.
You've done nothing wrong, Mrs. Sato. Now, what is it?
Well, it seems that the prosecution in today's trial will be led by Lord Barak Van Zeeks.
Van Zeeks?
No. Fucking no.
Oh dear, there he is. The so-called Reaper of the Bailey, the most legendary prosecutor in the land. In the trial 2 days ago, he pursued Soseki-san and I relentlessly. Of course, by the skin of our teeth, we managed to pull through, but still.
Perhaps Mr. Natsume's acquittal in the last trial wasn't the end of the matter. After all...
Yes, I know what you're thinking. The legend of the... there, see? The legend of the Reaper says... Nothing can save a person in the dock when Lord Van Zeeks is the prosecutor. Cursed.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, guys. My computer is just absolutely dying tonight. I'm so sorry.
That even if that person is found not guilty, the accused will meet a mysterious end one way or another.
Hired assassins. And we've experienced it firsthand. Except for in that case, it wasn't. It was Ashley Graydon. A man we successfully defended met the most terrifying end after his acquittal. Right here in the Old Bailey.
Do I have to put up with those ice-cold iceberg into my soul again?
They don't even have bones.
They don't even have bones, cursed by evil spirits and now by that Reaper. Petrifying perils, potentially.
This is how curses can still win. This is how curses are winning.
Well, if it's potentially, at least you appear to have hope, Mr. Natsume.
Welcome, student, Mr. Naruto Esquire.
Yes?
I'm innocent. You have to believe me. You more than anyone now.
Don't worry. I'll be your steadfast ally every step of the way in this battle. I promise. And this promises to be a hard battle, I fear.
Well, the trial is scheduled to begin shortly. We should move into the courtroom.
Let's go.
Oh yes, I forgot to say. I'm afraid he won't be able to make it. Mr. Sholmes, I mean.
That's probably for the best.
Oh!
If he were here, I might be tempted to rely on his help. And that could be seen as a weakness. If Lord Van Zeeks were to notice, he'd prey on it mercilessly. At least, that's my gut feeling.
Mr. Naruhodo.
You're right. You're so right. Yeah. Oh, well said, Locust Tune, Mr. Naruto, Esquire, well said.
I swear on this sword at my side. Oh no, come on.
Here's how Asurio can still win. Oh. No.
I swear on this sword at my side, and on the spirit of Kazuma that it harbors. I'll show him what a Japanese lawyer can do. I'll set you free with honor.
Oh, yes!
Alright, 22nd of February, 9:40 AM. We are Bailey Courtroom.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready.
Well, you don't look like you're ready. You look like you're taking nappy. You look like Barack take nappy.
Brock indeed does need nappy in order to be ready for the court.
Alright, the defense is ready, my lord. I took a nappy earlier. Jeez.
Readiness for the trial, my learned friend. Not what the defense needs. What you need is readiness for your inevitable defeat.
Thought you were gonna say nappy.
And for your inevitable nappy.
It's not just in my imagination. It's really there. Lord Van Zeeks has such an animosity towards us Japanese for some reason.
It's the racism. It was some time ago now that he first became known as the Reaper of the Bailey, I mean.
Do you think Vampire Barack take nappy upside down like bat? I certainly do. Clings with his dumb little toes.
These past few years, he hasn't appeared in court at all.
See, and this is what I'm saying.
Why'd he stop prosecuting and why'd he come back? Yet now, he's back in the courtroom, though for some reason, only when I'm defending. This Reaper, with his curious disdain for us Japanese, is a prosecutor shrouded in mystery.
Prepare yourself for your eternal nappy.
Still, this isn't the time to be pondering that. I have to concentrate on Soseki-san's trial.
Furthermore, I now call upon 6 ladies and gentlemen of the jury who have been chosen at random to present the will of the people in this trial. Are you ready to fulfill your duty?
Oh, no, I know. Absolutely. I had a feeling this larrikin wasn't innocent before.
I must say, I feel especially ruthless on days when my hat refuses to sit right.
God,
I feel especially ruthless on days when my hat refuses to sit right.
oh my God, my mouth. Would you like to be this guy?
Of course. Well, I rather like how you wear your hat. I think the ruthless look is very fetching, actually. I should know, because I make hats for gents. Hats for gents.
Oh, excuse me. Who are you kidding me? It is snowing outside. All right, this lady. Can I be this lady?
Of course.
Okay.
I need to be somewhere at 10 o'clock. I have a very important meeting. Let's make this quick.
Oh, this
I couldn't agree more. I need to take home 5 bob tonight or the missus will go through the roof.
I'm over Lord Sheriff's all the lot here, and ladies flock to a righteous verdict.
The British jury system is so very different to our own, isn't it?
Yeah, we're having a cold snap, I guess.
It's quite extraordinary to think that the power of judgment is in the hands of 6 members of the public. And that the judge can only pass sentence when all jurors are in agreement about the defendant's guilt.
6 citizens of London, chosen at random. Or at least that's the idea.
The prosecution would like to draw attention to the fact that the accused was on trial here about 2 days ago. Accordingly, where possible, the same jurors have been asked to return to duty today.
Very well, let us commence the trial. Lord Van Zeek's your opening statement, please.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is not the intent of the prosecution to cast doubt over your past decision. However, the innocent verdict afforded to this eccentric Nipponese before has had dire consequences. Did the accused repent for his wrongdoing in that affair? Far from it.
Oh, I guess he has to have eye bones because he looks to the side here.
Instead, he used his freedom to perpetrate a most blood-curdling crime. Namely, that of the attempted murder of his neighbouring lodger, an innocent Englishman. To explain the circumstances of this crime, the prosecution called its first witnesses to the stand. The detective responsible for investigating the scene and the accused himself. Witnesses, your names and occupations, please.
Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard's Homicide Division. Sasaki Natsume from the Empire of Japan. My government ordered me to come here as a student to study your language and culture.
Mr. Natsume.
Yes, my lord, sir.
I'm quite sure, if I'm not mistaken, that you swore an oath never to set foot in my court room again.
Oh, he did.
I remember it as if it were yesterday.
The day before, in fact, my lord, but close enough.
Leave me. This is the last place I want to be. Thank you, Hannah. I'm glad you like it.
It's so funny.
Inspector, let's hear from you first. Explain the case for the court.
Right you are, sir. The incident occurred at the Goddard household where the defendant has lodgings. In the ground floor room of the victim, Mr. William Shamspeare, the defendant has already admitted to visiting the victim on the night in question. Mr. Shamspeare collapsed in his room as a result of poisoning by strychnine. He was found the following morning when the landlord, suspecting something was wrong, broke down the door.
Strychnine, atroquinine, bottle in the room, ripped envelope. I'm not saying it's Kristoff who learned how to time travel, but I'm thinking Kristoff might have stolen the Mason system.
Remember when I told you you couldn't possibly predict what happened in this game?
But I'm predicting it right now.
Yes, this means I presume that the door to the victim's room was locked at the time of the incident.
Correct, my lord. It was locked from the inside, making entry to or exit from the room impossible.
It's always a locked room mystery. We've had 3 of those now.
Though the victim, Mr. Shamspeare, lives to tell the tale. He very nearly didn't. The man was halfway to heaven when we first found him.
I'm sure speaking a lot.
I was the first officer on the scene, my lord.
And I have the photograph print here that I took at the time to show how it looked.
Kristoff and Sven? Oh no, Pat. Okay, Pat, you remember the first game you ever watched me play? The one where you were like, oh, I like the two German guys. That one of them, the older brother, was Kristoff. That was not Kristoff and Sven, Kristoff and Klavier.
Yeah, it's a chilling scene indeed. The man looks very much deceased.
That's right. Everyone present believed that's exactly what he was.
Very well, I shall accept this photographic print as evidence for the court.
Copsy photograph.
And now then, Mr. Natsume.
Oh, yes.
As a defendant, do you have anything to say at this juncture?
They're haunted. Haunted by evil spirits.
Good gracious, what's haunted?
My lodgings! There's been a whole series of strange happenings at my lodgings! The tenant before me died in mysterious circumstances. A woman was stabbed by no one on the street outside. My neighbor was poisoned! And me! What about me? I've nearly been killed countless times!
Killed, Mr. Natsume, how?
Even on that fateful night it happened, when I returned from Mr. Shamspeare's room. I lit my gas stove and climbed into bed, but before long, the stove went out, and somebody tried to kill me!
You must always extinguish all fires before retiring for the night, Mr. Natsume.
But it's so cold! My runny nose would freeze.
Oh, not his runny nose.
The point is, I didn't poison my neighbor. Oh, why am I being accused of this? Why is my existence so cursed?
Thank you, witnesses. I believe I have a reasonably clear picture of events.
If I could raise one more point, my lord. One more conclusive point.
No, you may not.
Conclusive, go on.
Fortunately, the victim, Mr. Shamspeare, has regained consciousness after his ordeal.
We don't need to hear about him.
And he has named the true culprit.
No, he didn't.
The poison consumed by the victim was administered in a cup of tea that he drank on the night in question. Tea, my lord, that was brought to the victim's room by the accused.
Accused? God grief. Order.
Yes, that's the crux of this whole case. If Saseki-san is innocent, then why? Why has the victim accused him?
Well, Mr. Natsume, what have you to say to this accusation?
That evening, yes, I did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shamspeare's room as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it. And this is the result. Never will I touch tea again. Never.
The public pump was frozen, you say?
That's not information we've heard before.
And that will do, thank you. Now, according to all laws, the defense must have the opportunity to cross-examine witnesses at least once. Therefore, upon these witnesses now for formal testimony, I presume the prosecution has no objection.
None whatsoever, my lord.
Good, then you will give your account of events on the night in question to the court now.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, this is a good stopping point. Right before the testimony. Sick. Okay. Awesome. Well, I got no answers. I have nothing to add to my murder board. Well, thank you guys for coming and watching, coming early to see me really just put myself out there, you know?
Really just say some nonsense.
No, say some informed, educated guesses on the future of this video game that I will solve by next week. I will have all the pieces and I will solve it by next week. So just wait for that. All right. So, but yeah, thank you guys for coming. As always, DGS is a pleasure. Yeah. Oop. No. Go back. That's not what I wanted.
Just hit G. Save.
Yeah.
They want you to look at the DLC costumes.
Oh,
which
okay.
you should have. Yeah.
All right. Should I just go back to the title?
Yeah,
then?
go back to title. Yes.
All right, let's go back to the title. Oh, well, I just saved it. Whatever. All right, I guess we're not leaving yet, sorry. Tony, check out the TGAA2 costumes. This is a threat. Okay. Let us go to the special contents?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not hovering because I know that I can get spoiled pretty easily for that. Taylor?
Yes.
Okay. Iris's homemade suit? Oh my god! Look at him! Oh my gosh, look at him! You are so cute! What the hell?
This is the costume when I started this game I turned his on. I like his.
I'm gonna do that. That looks so cute. That is so cute. Okay.
He's got Chinosuke on his shoulder.
Oh, yes, Chinosuke. Goodbye, Father. I have a Lord of the Rings question waiting for me on WhatsApp. Okay, thank you. I will answer it as soon as I am able. I bought my dad a Lord of the Rings trivia calendar for Christmas, and so he sends me the question every day, and we get to answer it. Mm-hmm. Oh, that is so cute. This is a good color on him. It's a good color on you,
suit.
Reno.
It's a good suit.
Color on you, Reno.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, Iris's homemade dress. Okay, I'm not so much a fan of this one.
Yeah, I personally don't like it.
No, and it's very steampunk. I'm not so much a fan.
I kept it off.
Yeah. Sholmes' Japanese jumble mix. Oh my god!
Whore.
What do you? Why you got your absolute just all of your titties out? Whore. Wow. Whore. Slut. Wow. Whore. I can't decide. I like his classic look, but this is so good.
I just put the classic look on, but the moments where I did have this suit on, it was like comedy. It's good comedic timing, and then immediately I changed that. I was like, I can't deal with it.
No, I can't. I don't think I can. He's too much of a whore in this. Absolute slut, harlot. Tits Out Tuesday. Whore Wednesday. Oh my god, it's Whore Wednesday.
Whore Wednesday.
Harlot Wednesday. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off, but that's very good. I like Ryu's homemade suit.
Yeah.
That is so cute. He is so cute in this. Oh my god, Ryu. Absolute. Okay, all right. Let's get out of here then. Okay, anyways, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for making me do that. Yeah. Cole. Of course, Cole only comes in time for cleavage Herlock. What do you
Cole
like him or
comes in
something?
at the end.
I know. I think it's because Jeremy streams at the same time as me.
Oh, I see.
And between me and Jeremy, we all know who Cole likes more.
Well,
Anyways.
you can't judge Cole for that.
It's true. You know what? Love is love. You live your truth. Thank you guys for coming. I had a lot of fun today. And yeah, so Saturday will be more SOJ. We are starting case 4 of SOJ, which I'm told will be the case that I like a lot. So we're starting case 4 of SOJ, and then
Oh, you've been here? You haven't been chatting, so I didn't know you were here. You didn't say hi to me. Cole, how am I to know that you are here if you don't say hello to me? Because you love me.
Anyways, well, thank you for lurking then, Cole. Cool. But yeah, so then, yeah, Saturday, we'll do that. I don't know if I'm gonna do another, I'll do, maybe like before the start of each case, I'll do like a half-hour pre-stream murder board, or if I make like a big deduction. But yes, so next week, more of this. Saturday, oh, Brad's also been here? What the fuck? Love you, Brad. Love you, Cole. I love all you guys. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you, Jet, of course. Jet, of course, once again. Thank you for joining me, as always.
No, you fucking hate me. You want me dead.
Okay,
You constantly tell me you're gonna kill me all the time.
Yeah. That's why. That's why I booked that flight, because
You put your cold you put your cold hands on my neck.
And I said, die, Jet, die. I'm gonna come kill you for real. Thank you for joining me. I love you.
Thank you for having me.
You're so
I
welcome.
love you too.
Okay. Yeah. So I will see you guys next week for more of this, or I'll see you on Saturday. Everyone have a great night. Goodbye. Have fun. Be safe.
Goodbye.
Don't make a murder board, or don't, because I'm right. Goodbye.